Hello, welcome to the Football Social with Sky Bet. We are live right now on Soccer AM and Football Daily's social channels, and we have got a great show for you. Joining me on the sofa, firstly, a very passionate Man United fan, one half of CheekySport. It's CheekySport Dave.
Come on!
Can we just turn his mic level down a little bit? Is that all right? Dave, please. Bringing the energy as always.
Absolutely.
You are watching our feature game, our main game of the day we are covering. Tell us what it is.
Listen, it's Manchester United versus Wolves, and listen, I know you're going to ask me, but I'm going to get there anyway. It's a Man United win all day, every day. Clean sheet, David De Gea.
I wasn't going to ask you, but thank you anyway, Dave. Joining him, very pleased to say that we have got Tubes on the sofa. Tubes, what game are you watching, mate?
I've got Liverpool at Southampton.
Oh, that should
be a lot of goals, I reckon.
Should be a good game, that. Adam Templeman is back on Social Corner. Temps, now you want the viewers to get involved in the show. Tell us what you want them to do and how they can get involved.
It's simple. All you got to do is tweet at Football Daily, at Soccer AM, use the hashtag the Football Social, and if the questions are good, then I'll ask them. It's that easy. There you go.
Thank you very much. Get questions in. No such thing as a bad
Yes,
question.
there is.
There is, OK.
Yes, there is.
Next to him is Ash in his armchair, the armchair fan. Ash, you are multitasking today. You've got the hardest job of anyone.
No.
What are you watching?
I'm looking forward to it. I've got Burnley versus Bournemouth. Then we've got Cardiff versus Man City. Come on, Cardiff. Then we've got Palace, Newcastle and Leicester, Huddersfield. I'm hoping for goals, cards, controversy and loads of fantasy football points.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Very good. Yeah, hopefully there's loads of goals.
Love it.
So as well as keeping you updated with all of the action across today's football, we'll be updating you on the EFL stuff as well. We've got a lot of in-play betting thanks to our mates at Sky Bet. And what we've done is we've done our Football Social accumulator like we do every week. We've all put our heads together and come up with the following. Ash, you've gone for Bournemouth to beat Burnley.
Absolutely.
I've gone for Man City. Strongly think Man City will be too much for Cardiff. Temps has gone for a home win in the Palace versus Newcastle fixture. Tubes, you've gone Leicester to beat Huddersfield.
Yep.
I've gone for Liverpool to beat Southampton. And Dave, no surprise there, you have gone for Man United to beat Wolves. We put them into an accumulator. You can get odds of 18 to 1. Don't forget, terms and conditions apply. You must be 18 plus. All odds are live and subject to change. For more information, go to skybet.com. Dave, which is the hardest fixture to pick out of all those?
The hardest. I don't know, you know. I don't know.
It's got to be Burnley.
It's Burnley.
Burnley.
Burnley game.
Burnley at home against Bournemouth.
Tough one.
Burnley will beat Bournemouth.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Ooh.
Got him in my hacker. No way. Bournemouth are on fire this season. Goals in that front
Burnley
three.
desperately need a win, and I think they'll get it today, I think.
Okay.
They're at home
Tubes,
as well.
I don't agree.
Straight away.
Twice in my hacker.
That's straight, isn't it, making his debut? Very confident. He's swinging on the chair. He's making a bold
I'm on
claim.
Bournemouth.
The team news was in. The team news is in for our feature game. I'm going to come to Dave first. Dave, few changes for Man United. This is the team. What are your thoughts on this side? Jose Mourinho bringing in Luke Shaw and Fred in place of Ashley Young and the suspended Nemanja Matic. Where are the strengths and where are the weaknesses for you in the Man United side?
Well, the strengths, obviously, Paul Pogba, Fellaini as well, had a fantastic game last game.
Yeah, he did.
Man of the match performance. Excellent ball work, excellent pass rate, which he doesn't usually get credit for, to be honest with you. Luke Shaw's back in the side. Strengths for me is that works out for my fantasy points, you know?
Do you think that's why he's put him in? For that reason?
Yeah. I wrote him a little letter. I was listening, Jose, what the heck's going on here, mate? You know what I mean? 0 points last week. I needed that.
Man United fans like Fellaini.
Yeah, I
can't work it out.
There's a bit of controversy there, to be honest with you, because some do, some don't. But listen, he scores important goals for Manchester United. He scored important goals in our season towards heading towards the Carling Cup and towards the Europa League as well. So to be honest with you, and the season before that, FA Cup. Listen, he's done a good job for Man United, but he's just not a typical Manchester United player in that sense. But maybe he's a new Manchester United player.
Oh, like that.
So when he was
something different,
when he was linked to Arsenal, were you sort of happy to see that, or were you? Because I would have welcomed him at Arsenal.
Yeah, you know what? Let me be honest with you about that. To be honest, at that stage when he wasn't signing a contract, people were upset because we were like, "Listen, who do you think you are, mate? Fellaini, who do you think you are? All right, listen, we're doing you a favour for you playing for Manchester United."
Dave, you're looking at the wrong camera there.
You know what I mean?
That camera.
Yeah, but no, I'm glad to keep him.
Yes. The Wolves team is in as well. Interestingly, Wolves unchanged their trips to Old Trafford. They've had the same starting 11 for every single match this Premier League season. Rui Patricia, Bennett, Cody, Bolly, Dr. T, Moutinho, Ruben Neves, Johnny, Jota, Costa playing in behind Jimenez.
It's a good team now.
It is a good team.
It's a lovely team.
What do you make of that? The fact they've not changed at all.
It's not very good for the subs, is it?
No,
They're never gonna- if they're fit, they're playing. It's like, yeah. So
Surprised Traoré doesn't start for Wolves?
I am.
Yeah.
Because I think, honestly, if someone gets him and trains him like how to cross and stuff,
Yeah.
he could be a world beater.
Agreed.
Honestly, he is so good. He's so quick. And
He's quick and he's strong as well, isn't he?
unbelievable. Like, off the mark for such a big bloke.
Yeah.
He gets the ball
No, I
and just
agree.
goes. If he could, honestly, he could be brilliant. Like
He got
proper brilliant.
fastest player at the FIFA Awards the other night, didn't he?
he absolutely
Fastest
did.
player in the game.
Yeah.
Rapid.
He's an absolute tank of a man.
I think having him as a sub is such a good choice, though. Because
Dimension.
you bring him on at like
Yeah.
the 70th
It's
minute
true.
when everyone's
When the
getting
legs are tired and that. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll burn everyone.
Imagine the poor left back though, if he's like doing that for the full 90 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I suppose,
I'd start him. I'd start him.
Right, you can see
What
there
a
is a
player.
price boost on our screen now. Lukaku to score a brace was 4-1, now 6-1. Lukaku, you're a big fan of him, aren't you?
I'm a big fan of Lukaku. He gets a bit of stick. You know what I mean? His touch is.
Do you think that's
know what I
why
mean?
he gets stick? Because
why-
technically,
he's-
people look at him and think he's not on the technical level. of some
When you
of the
play for
strikers.
Manchester United, there is a certain degree of scrutiny that comes when you're playing for Manchester United. You're looked under the microscope just a little bit more than if you're playing for anyone else.
Yeah.
And to be fair with him, he's still young, same age as Kane. You guys brought us some stats last week about how many goals and assists he's made in the Premier League since 2012.
His stats are
Yeah,
brilliant.
it's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. But it's his contribution to the game, to the all-round game, that people are a little bit edgy with.
Is he a typical Man United player?
No, he's not. He's not. If it was during the time when Sir Alex was about, I don't think we would have signed him. To be honest with you, I think we would have most likely gone for a Harry Kane in that instant.
Who holds it up?
Who holds up the ball a lot
Right,
better.
okay, brings people into play.
Absolutely.
Got to talk about Paul Pogba as well. I know that you're a big fan of him. It's Paul Pogba, for such a player who is in that world-class bracket, he does seem to split opinion. Are you surprised that with that, there's some pundits and some people that don't take to Paul Pogba?
Sometimes when you look at this, I think the price tag that he came in with initially is what's thrown a lot of people off, and a lot of people didn't watch his style of play back in Serie A anyway. All they knew was the money that he came for, and they expected a certain type of player. But that's not his style. That's not the way in which he plays the game of football. He's a top quality midfielder who's got exceptional vision. His pass rate is incredible. And just his ball work is absolutely sensational. Seyangania, he's a top freestyler, said that he's the best footballer he's ever seen.
Did he say that?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
He's played with a lot of
played with a
players.
lot of them. Absolutely, he said that the most skillful, the most when it comes to ball control, he's exceptional, especially for his frame. He's a brilliant player. And another thing is, there was a report that Barcelona are going to be watching his every game this season.
The other positive thing that's worth mentioning about when talking about Man United is Sir Alex Ferguson is in the crowd.
He is.
Chelsea, which
He
is.
is.
Round of applause.
He is.
Ferguson's back.
Great to see.
I love him, thing to see.
We're just looking at
Delighted.
pictures of him right now.
What's the
and
legend
he is
of that
getting
bloke?
Oh, he looks
almost
good,
a
doesn't he?
standing ovation, isn't it?
Godfather of football, mate.
is.
Godfather of football. Look at that
He
smile.
looks in good nick, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Looks all right.
Yeah.
Oh, good man.
Absolutely.
He does, he looks great.
Yeah, David Gill's
That's
there as
well.
well.
There he is. We're bringing you pictures now. These are live pictures of Sir Alex. As you see, everyone
It's
standing.
incredible.
It's like a family member coming back.
Yeah,
Makes you happy as a United fan.
David Gill.
First game back since his
Oh,
health
look
scare.
at that.
He looks superb.
Lovely.
He does look well, doesn't
Yeah.
he? Does look really
Good
well.
on him.
Good man.
Love him. I love him. Love him like a family member, mate.
He'd love Pogba, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He'd love Pogba.
Absolutely.
He'd build his team around Pogba. I've got no doubt about that.
Wait, yeah,
so
Pogba was
important.
there.
It's true, yeah.
Originally, wasn't he?
Absolutely.
With Ferguson. Great to see. We are moments away from kick-off. We're just showing you these live photos now of Sir Alex Ferguson. Great to see. And I totally agree. He looks really well, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's brilliant. Legend of the game, that man.
Yeah.
Obviously, I never said it when he was promoted at Man United. I was playing Chelsea, but you just got to respect that man.
Yeah, it should
Wasn't
be a
it
good
Mark
game.
Robbins though, who saved his career back in
That's
the
what
day?
they're saying in that cup game.
Yeah, he scored a goal last minute.
United fans at the start weren't having him at all, were
That's
they?
what I'm saying. Listen. That's why you got to be patient.
Yeah.
You got to be patient. And sometimes people look at football and they say, well, it's changed massively from what it used to be. But the pressures were still there when Sir Alex was there back in.
Totally.
Yeah, the pressures were still on. Absolutely.
And the teams are in the tunnel. Massive tunnel, Old Trafford. It is a gigantic tunnel there. We can see live pictures of the teams. Dave, I haven't asked you about Wolves as an opposing team playing your side. Worried about them at all? Because they've looked very good for a promoted team this season.
Listen, they're absolutely exceptional. Jose Mourinho's waxing lyrical about their manager. early on, who's done a fantastic job over there last season, especially, and going into this season, holding Man City to a 1-1 draw, making Man City drop points for the first time this season. They're a great team, a great side that plays some great football.
He doesn't like doing media, though.
No.
I met him last week.
You met him? What was he like?
He doesn't like media.
Tell us about that, Chips.
No, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
But, like, I saw Connor Cody in before. He goes, "Hello, lad, what are you doing here?" I said, "I'm here to see the gaffer." He just looked at me like, he was like, "You're doing the gaffer." He went, "Good luck," and just walked off. I was like, what does he mean? What does he mean? He was like, "Oh, he's just not a massive fan of the media." No. So I'm like, "Oh, great." So I'm sitting in the change room waiting for him. He's come in, and like, it was intense. He was just looking me up and down the whole time like that. I was like, "You all right, mate?" He's like, just looking me up and down. But no, he was all right. But he did say one thing. I asked him, I said, "Why are there not, like, more ex-goalkeepers, top-class ex-goalkeepers as managers?"
Yeah.
And he said, "There is." And I said, "Who?" And he went, "There is, find out." Real Madrid manager, that's the only one I can find out. So if anyone out there knows,
let's
get involved.
Tweet us.
Yeah.
Good.
Prove him right.
I was right, Nuno's wrong.
And on that segue, Tubes' interview with the gaffer is on Soccer's YouTube channel now. It is worth checking out. It's a great interview. Another price boost with our friends at Sky Bet. Yots to score any time was 7-2. Now it's at 9-2. With a great price boost with our mates at Sky Bet. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. All odds are live and subject to change. I think we can go around the grounds now. So these are the scenes at Old Trafford. This is Cardiff v Man City. Neil Warnock makes 2 defensive changes as Lee Peltier and Greg Cunningham both start. Sol Bamba, who scored at Chelsea last weekend, Tubes is at that match on the bench. City make 1 change from last weekend's win. Gundogan replacing David Silva. So there are the scenes. Cardiff against Man City.
Come on, Cardiff!
Come on, Cardiff.
Okay.
Come on!
Please. Absolutely no chance. Cardiff just put 11 defenders out there to stay in their own half.
That'd be great.
We can also go around the grounds. This is Crystal Palace, Selhurst Park against Newcastle.
Main man, Wilf.
Palace are unchanged from the side that won at Huddersfield last weekend. Rafa Benitez makes 3 changes as Newcastle look for their first win of the season in all competitions, not one in any match this season. It's been a dreadful start for Newcastle. They'll be looking to change that today. Big game for Newcastle, that. Big game for Newcastle.
It's a huge game. Huge game from Newcastle. I can't see it, though.
Can't see it.
I can't.
Palace win for you?
Palace win for me.
Yeah, I think that is the
100%.
consensus on the sofa. These are the scenes at Anfield. Liverpool have been absolutely flying this season in all competitions, obviously following on for that famous win against PSG in the week. They are top of the league, equal with Tubes' beloved Chelsea. Joel Matip, Jordan Henderson and Xherdan Shaqiri are Jurgen Klopp's 3 starting changes from the side that beat Spurs. Let's not talk about that at Wembley last weekend. Danny Ings, of course, is ineligible for Southampton, while Shane Long, shall I say, starts up front in search of his 3rd goal in his last 60 games for club and country. He'll be looking to improve that.
He's some player, Shaqiri.
Shaqiri is for the money they spent on him as well.
Yeah.
Oh, unbelievable player.
That game is kind of like the predator versus the prey, isn't it?
Yeah.
Southampton, Liverpool.
He's got the biggest calves in football.
Shaqiri, another man you've met.
The biggest calves I've ever seen in my life, mate.
Honestly.
Seriously.
When I interviewed him, and he came through the dressing room, and his calves came second. trying to drag him in with him. They're like this big. Honestly, they're bigger than my head.
We need to measure that. Shaqiri's calves and Tubes' head.
Honestly,
there's not a lot in it.
Like out here.
You don't miss leg
I was like, you all right, mate? He was like, yeah, they're big, aren't they? I was like, yes, they are.
Where's he from?
I don't know.
Burnley versus Bournemouth. Tubes described this as the hardest game to predict so far. Sean Dyche makes 3 changes from the side that lost at Wolves last weekend. Matt Loughton, Ashley Westwood and Matty Vidra all start. Bardsley, Hendrick and Barnes all drop to the bench. Eddie Howe makes 1 change on his return, of course, to his former club. Andrew Sermon starts in place of Dan Gosling. Big game for Burnley there. Massive game. They need to kick-start their season. Leicester Huddersfield. There's so many 3 o'clock games. Actually, we've got lots to do today. Leicester Huddersfield is another game that's kicking off. These are the scenes at the King Power Stadium. We can bring you right now. Claude Puel is without the suspended Wes Morgan. Johnny Evans replaces him and is one of 3 changes to the Leicester side. Laurent Depoitre and Eric Dermer, Huddersfield's 2 changes to the side that lost at home to Palace last weekend.
Huddersfield are going down for me, to be honest.
Ash,
I agree.
It's about now that you start to really concentrate on the game.
I'll tell you what, the first thing I noticed, the weather is grim everywhere. Get yourselves in.
He's just getting
on
his excuses
Football
in
Daily
early.
and Soccer AM and watch this,
I'll
honestly.
tell you what, that is not an easy gig what he's got. Look.
Nah, are you kidding? I get to sit and watch 4 Premier League matches. I can't
It's
wait.
amazing, but can
I'm
you see the
looking
4
forward to
Premier League matches?
No, I cannot. Yes, I can. And
It's
we kicked off at 3
Wow.
out of the 4 games, actually. Oh, blimey.
We're underway.
Burnley on the attack
Burnley.
already, yeah.
Early first start for Burnley. Dave, your game has just kicked off as well. Your beloved Man United.
Sweet. Hey,
Good luck.
listen.
Message you want to give to the United
Hey,
players?
listen, lads, all I've got to say is make it happen, all right? That's all I've
Please.
got to say. No messing around today. 3 points in the bag, clean sheet. We'll have you.
You'd be a wicked manager.
You wouldn't it?
Make it happen.
Right, we're going to critically in-depth analysis on the other team. We're going to say, make it happen.
Make it happen.
No tactics.
Temps,
just
let's
make it
get some
happen.
questions from social media.
Yeah,
What are
let's-
people saying? What
Let's
they
go
want to
for
know?
the first one. It actually comes from the man sitting to my right, Ash.
come on,
tweeted
Ash.
us.
Oh.
Ash, don't be shy. Just say it out loud.
I can't remember what I asked.
You asked who will last longer at Manchester United, Paul Pogba or Jose Mourinho?
Pogba.
Ooh, got to go to Dave for this, Man United fan.
That's a tough question. Like, everybody would say it's Paul Pogba because of the investment Manchester United makes.
Yeah.
And you know, even for Adidas, the brand, it's huge. However, I have to say it's Paul Pogba still.
Do you think,
After all that.
do you think this will be Jose's last season?
No, I don't think it will be
don't
Jose's
think?
last. I don't think it'll be Pogba's last season either.
I don't think so either. I agree.
Ooh, okay. Good
I think
question,
everyone
though.
panicked
Do
too
you
early.
like Jose?
I like him.
Yeah?
I like him. I liked him when he was at Chelsea.
Yeah.
I think he's a top class, top quality manager. But I think the players need to believe in his ideals and his philosophy
Yeah.
in order for it to work.
Absolutely.
God,
And what
Sané
do
is
you
absolutely
feel about the Luke Shaw situation and stuff like that? The way he sort of like publicly sort of digs people out, because he did that to Joe Cole. You speak to Joe Cole about it now. He said it's one of the best things that ever happened because it made him so determined to prove Jose wrong.
Absolutely. It's for a manager. It's almost like a psychologist job, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You have to work out what motivates and what can move the players into becoming great. And it seems for Luke Shaw, although it's taken like a full-on season,
taken a while,
it really has pushed him on. It really has pushed him on to a stage where he has to take the onus into his own hands to be great.
He tests you like physically, like mentally as well. Doesn't he? He's
Absolutely.
like, right, can you take this? This is high-level football. Have you got,
Yeah. And I
basically
think
the nuts to do
that's the
it.
reason why he loves Fellaini, because Fellaini gets so much abuse from everybody, even his own players, even his own fans.
Yeah.
But he has that high level of mental strength. And if you have a high level of mental strength, then usually you can
You're gonna
actually
succeed.
exactly.
Fair play to Luke Shaw, he's got a thick skin.
Yeah, he
'Cause
does.
He came out and he was
I'd
not
cry.
kind.
I'd cry.
Oh, mate, I'd be in tears.
I'd have been gone a long time ago. I was like that.
Hand in my nose. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll see you later.
Yeah, I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out.
Yeah,
I'm out.
definitely.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Ash, 4 games all underway now. Any
They are,
talking
mate.
points so far from any of the 4 games?
Palace were actually unlucky. James McCarthy had a header at the back post. City kind of pressing on. Leroy Sané looks pretty dangerous to start with. Not much in the Leicester-Huddersfield game yet, but and actually Burnley have started really well. They've been pressing forward, looking
Told you,
to
they're going to win.
address their
Good round-up so far.
Sold it, yeah.
And we're covering the feature game, Dave, with you. Very little so far in the United versus Wolves game. United have had a lot of the ball. Tubes, Liverpool, Southampton, how's that one started, mate?
Liverpool on top, as I thought it would be the case. Not much going on. Shaqiri's just put a ball in. Bobby Firmino's headed wide, but
Has he got glasses on
Still
for me now?
0-0.
No,
He
he
hasn't,
hasn't.
no.
That's a shame.
Oh, come on then. Oh, what? Oh, what? Oh,
You thinking a pen there, Dave? That would have been soft, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have been quite soft still. But
Very honest
soft or
of
not,
you.
I would have taken it.
Very honest of you. Him and his
Smithy.
next goal score with Sky Bet 9-1.
Oh.
Don't forget, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. Right, well, there hasn't been a goal yet, because I suspect that we will get some goals very soon. Let's go to
like a
social
question?
corner for some more questions. Temps. What do people
Yeah,
want
we
to know?
have a question from Yaz who says, what do you make of Alexis Sanchez's season so far?
Seasons, what? So what? Come on, it's 5-6 games
To
in.
be fair, like his whole Manchester United career.
Listen, well, his whole Manchester United career is obviously it's not been electric, has it? It's not been incredibly. Oh, what's going on here? No, it hasn't been incredibly exciting. It hasn't gone off as anyone would have liked, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
what do you reckon that is?
I don't know. You know?
I mean, I'm so smug about it personally.
Yeah, look at it. Listen, mate.
happy
You're smug about it. How you can you be smug about it, mate? Where are you? Where did you finish last season? What's going on there? You got to be smug.
The thing is, I loved him when he was at Arsenal. When he left, I was fuming.
He was
yeah.
awesome
I was
at
fuming.
Arsenal.
He was so good.
He was
so good.
absolutely incredible.
Oh, goal!
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 First goal of the day.
It's Bournemouth!
My word.
Let's go to Ash first
It's the
goal
big
of the day.
centre-back. It's Jorgensen.
What are you
Long
saying,
throw
James?
from Billing. They've actually done 2 long throws that come into
Okay.
the box. Little flick on, and Jorgensen got a little half volley. Schmeichel got a hand to it, but it's gone in. 1-0. Blimey, didn't
first
expect
goal.
that. They've actually
Here it is,
started
just
well.
seeing another replay of it now, Ash.
Yeah, long ball came in, long throw in. That's the second one. Little flick on. Jorgensen.
Should Schmeichel do better, do you think?
Maybe, but it's actually
Definitely.
coming. He's just like 7-8 yards out, so you
Yes.
can't really get down to it. I think Schmeichel's wearing an old Adidas Predator there. They look absolutely lovely.
It's one of them where
Oh,
it looks like the keeper could do better, but on the real time...
In real time, that's hard to say. That's hard to say.
A lot of pace, so...
1-0 Huddersfield. And honestly, they look the better team from the start. They've pressed quite well. Goals. That's what we wanted.
Great debut from Ash as well, by the way.
Yeah, can I just say, Ash, brilliant.
I'll be honest, I got lucky on that one. For some reason, I was just watching the bottom corner. I got lucky. I've got to miss every other goal. Probably.
Dave's forgetting about his role because he was looking at the goal. Nearly missed a chance at Man United. Dave, focus on Man United. How have United started?
You know what? Initially, they started a little bit bitty, you know, to be honest with you. They couldn't get a few passes together, but right now, they seem to be in a bit of control of the game, so hopefully we take advantage of that.
Why does Fellaini's brother have exactly the same hair as Fellaini?
Mate, that's
Runs in
so
the family.
weird.
He looks so similar to him.
Runs in the family.
That's the best question of the day.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
But like, if my brother was really famous,
Yeah.
and he had like, I don't know.
Do you know why?
big
Do you know
hands,
why?
yeah, big hands,
Yeah, because maybe you want a bit of that fame as well,
It's
mate.
smart. It's so
You know what
smart.
I mean? Like, it's smart. It's
It
smart.
is.
It's
You
not
know, you get people-
smart. It's
It
not
is,
smart.
it
It's
is.
like, why would you do that? You'd be like, oh,
Right,
look,
his son-
I'm proud
his
of my
surname
brother,
is
but I'm not going to
also
get the same
Fellaini.
barnet.
Exactly.
His surname is
He's also
Fellaini. He
Fellaini,
turns
mate.
up somewhere with his surname Fellaini, and people are like,
Oh,
It's
don't do
Fellaini.
it.
Chance.
Don't get saved! David De Gea!
Talk us through what happened, Dave.
Ah, listen, there was a calamity going on there in the box. But listen, they couldn't touch him because obviously, hold on, we're in a counter-attack now. Come on.
Thanks for that, Dave. Cleared that up. It was a big chance for Wolves. Great save from David De Gea.
Oh, mate, listen, David De Gea just showing once again why he's the best goalkeeper there is. Listen,
In the
once
world,
again,
best in the world
Yeah,
for you?
best in the world. Listen, all day, every
100%.
day for me, without a shadow of a doubt. Especially with his feet. Oh, it's just sensational. That save was
is good keeper.
incredible.
Couple of goals in the Championship to tell you about Derby. Frank Lampard's Derby 1-0 down at home to Brentford. And Reading 1-0 up against Hull. Reading have had a dreadful start to the season. A lot of people think they may go down. They badly need a win. They are winning 1-0 at Hull. So 2 goals to tell you about in the Championship.
I so want Frank to do well.
Another person you met, Tubes, you know him very well. You interviewed him at the start of the season. Jody Morris was there, of course. Shay Gibbon.
Yeah.
Do you think they could get promoted? Because Derby always seem to be the team that are nailed on for the playoffs and then never win the playoffs.
Fade away, yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Do you think they can go up?
Championship's such a hard league.
It's tough
isn't
on school, isn't it?
It's unbelievable, that league. But I think once he gets them going, we just had a good couple of results from the start of the season.
Yeah. Oh.
And he had a baby yesterday.
He did.
He did, yeah.
Christine had a baby. So well done,
Congratulations to them
Frank,
both.
and well done, Christine.
Third goal in the Championship just gone in. Leeds at home. Leeds have been fantastic under Bielsa all season. Many people's favourites to win the league. They are 1-0 down at home to Birmingham City. That would be a huge result for Birmingham if they can hold on to that lead. Ash, let's go back to you.
Yeah.
Just the 1 goal so far. How's
Still
City
the
been
one
playing,
goal.
mate?
City, they've been kind of camped in Cardiff's half, but no real chances to speak of. Actually, Bournemouth are growing in the game as well. They've put a little bit more pressure on Burnley, so they're looking better. There's a Leicester corner at the moment, but nothing too exciting to tell you about yet. Come back to me and I'll have some goals, I'm sure.
OK, Dave, they just showed a replay now of that. But it's a good chance for Wolves, isn't
Listen,
it?
fantastic chance there. Luke Shaw didn't let him kind of skip past, to be honest. He could have gone down there under Luke Shaw's challenge, but brilliant from the Wolves attacker. And
Here we go, Liverpool in the attack.
class save from David De Gea.
Here we go.
Let's go with
Salah,
Tubesy.
flying.
Liverpool chance.
Salah, Mane. Oh!
Vestergaard got a head on that.
Corner.
I didn't
He's
even
a good
notice
player.
the Liverpool game, to be honest.
Vestergaard is a good player.
He's massive.
Best front three. How do we rate this front three
they're
for Liverpool?
unbelievable.
In the Premier League.
Europe,
In
in the
Europe,
Premier League.
Premier
How
League.
highly do we put this front three?
It's dangerous,
They are
isn't it?
scarily
How do
good.
you stop them? You stop one, you can't stop the other two. I don't know what you do.
I just love the way they all rotate as well.
Yeah.
They just
It
go
makes it hard. You can't man mark anything, can
exactly.
you?
So you can't plan
And
because
then
they're
Firmino as
constantly
well.
moving around.
He just works so hard. So if they haven't got the ball, he's the one pressing from the front. They just look so good.
I remember you
Hard to
put a
stop.
tweet out, Cheebs, when Liverpool sold Coutinho. And a lot of Liverpool fans were gutted about that, but you think that actually
They're a better
the
team.
system they play without Coutinho works better without
They
him?
are a better team without him.
Yeah.
Oh, it's an own goal!
Goal for
Liverpool 1-0
Liverpool!
up.
Oh, Wesley,
Oh.
who?
Come on.
Wesley,
through it,
who-
Tubes.
it's just, well,
Come
Wesley-
on, man.
It's just come off the post. It's very unfortunate, to be fair. He's not happy. He's chucking all sorts all over the place. But yeah, 1-0 Liverpool. Look at him. He's absolute raging. But if you see it, it's very, very unfortunate.
Here's a replay.
Post. So here we go. Mane again working his socks off.
Who got the assist?
Is it
I'm
Robertson
looking for some
again?
fantasy football
Oh,
points.
lovely
That's
pass.
not an assist, is it? It doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Shaqiri.
Oh, it's Shaqiri.
Handball.
Oh, wow.
Off the pole.
Shocking.
It's like a double deflection.
It's just a bit of a mess of a goal, really.
Really unfortunate. Southampton, Liverpool won't care. Double
embarrassing.
deflection.
Oh, dear.
Oh.
That's awful.
What,
1-0 Liverpool.
You don't think Liverpool can win the league?
Oh, it's a good question.
Yeah, I think they can.
I think they can, yeah.
I think they can,
Yeah, definitely.
Do you still put Man City as favourites?
I put Chelsea, you know.
Do you?
Really?
And not in terms of favourites in terms of betting, but I think Chelsea have got a very, very, very strong chance to win the league.
We've
Because
definitely got a great strong
for
chance.
me,
Yeah.
for me, the pressure's not at Chelsea. Like, they don't have the pressure. The pressure's going to come upon Liverpool pretty soon. The pressure's already on Man City already because they're the champions.
Yep.
But Chelsea just seem to do this every couple of seasons. They're able to like slip under the radar. Bang! It's January, and it's like, what the heck? These guys are up in front. Like, what's happened? And I think that's going to happen again this season.
You think Chelsea for you, favourites in the league?
For me, I think Chelsea will win the league.
Wow.
Wow, that's a big shout.
That is a
Yeah, I
huge
But do you know what I was
shout.
happy about? Was when we played in Greece on Thursday night,
Yeah.
we didn't even take Eden Hazard.
You liked that?
I like that because if we are going to win the league and
Yeah.
compete, we need those players. And you can't be... Thursday and Sunday,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
proven it ruins teams.
Yeah, it's very
And you
Oh, hang
think
on.
you can beat
How good
the
is
teams in the
Virgil
Europa
van
League
Dijk?
without Eden Hazard because you're in a quite favourable group.
Oh, remember, the group we're in is pony, let's
Yeah.
be honest.
Pony is one way of referring to it.
Yeah, so we've got a great chance.
Yeah.
I love,
don't
the way,
forget to use-
we're playing football.
Don't forget to use the hashtag #TheFootballSocial when you're sending questions in for us. Keep them coming. Some great questions so far.
Yeah.
Temps, any other questions for us? Been some good questions so far from you guys.
This one comes from Harry. It's about Eden Hazard's form. Do you think he can keep it up? So this is for YouTube. So
Yes, I think he can.
Yeah.
100%, and the reason why is because of Sarri, because he's allowing him to do it. He's just...
You're a big
Is he
fan
giving
of
him a bit of
Sarri?
a free
love
roll?
Because he allows
I
him to
think it's
attack
great.
as
He
well.
just
With
allows him to
Conte
attack. Conte had him tracking back,
tracking
trying
back
to
all the
tackle.
time. Yeah.
It looks Sarri's just gone, Eden, you're one of the best
Yeah.
in the world, just go and play like it.
Yeah.
Just do what you want.
That was sort of the problem he had under Mourinho, wasn't it? Mourinho wanted him to
Yeah.
play a lot more defensively.
Exactly.
And that sort of hindered his game a lot.
Yeah.
You know what it is with Hazard? Hazard plays good. Chelsea play good.
Yeah.
Chelsea play good. Hazard plays good.
Absolutely.
And I think, to be honest
Yeah.
with you, I think if you look at Hazard's great seasons, his best seasons, they're always one after the other. Not one every two.
Not
One every
consecutive,
two.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Last year wasn't a fantastic season, and this one I think he's going to.
Well, they didn't want to play under
exceptional
Conte,
season.
did they?
Yeah, but yeah.
Because Conte was on the sideline sulking the whole season. I mean, I got a lot of stick because I said, but when you see your manager like that, game in, game out, just on the sidelines, not even doing anything, what does that filter through to the players?
Chance of Southampton.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know he got stitched up early season, didn't get the players he wanted. We thought we had Lukaku. But you can't behave like
What's
that.
your thoughts on Morata? That's the question. There's reports that he's going in January. Say good riddance.
Would you even notice if he left?
I want the boy to do well, but I so do want him to do so well. But
He's not a bad player, though. This is the thing about Morata. Like, technically, and you look at his goals, he's clearly not a bad player. It's just not working for him in that system. It's a bit like when Spurs signed Soldado. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Soldado.
Everyone was raving about his goals. He was starting for Spain at that time, Soldado.
Oh, my
He technically was incredible, and everyone was like, "This is going to be the marquee signing Tottenham need." Put a Spurs shirt on, it all changed.
Shocking.
All changed completely.
I'm still absolutely distraught with let Costa go.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So
If
He's an animal.
he's
so good.
unbelievable, that bloke.
absolute nightmare to play against.
Dave, few chances for Wolves so far.
Yeah,
Is it
absolutely.
fair to say Wolves have been a better team? They've had two big chances.
Yeah, we haven't had a clear-cut chance yet, to be honest with you, in this game yet. So, yeah, definitely.
Smithy.
Yes.
14 to 1. I put a bet on it. 14 to 1 Wolves to win 1.
Yeah, Ash, tell us about your bet. You have done. You strongly think Wolves are going to win today, don't you?
I'm a United fan, and I'm the most pessimistic United fan there is in the world. I always.
Didn't
maybe
you say
think a
come on
couple of-
Cardiff?
Yeah, because I hate
Oh,
City.
that's right, you
Sorry.
hate City. I thought you were a Cardiff fan. I was like, hang on.
United fan. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like this is the kind of game we might slip up, and Wolves look dangerous already.
Yeah, they do. Wolves have had a couple of good chances. The one thing I will say is, though, at Old Trafford, you have to take those chances.
You have to. That's what I'm saying. Listen,
United will have one chance and score in a game like this.
Listen, that's where the quality shows. That's where the quality shows, and I think once United get one ahead in this game, I mean, it's.
Your approach is very different to Ash's. You're very confident, aren't you?
Oh, listen, I step into games like just ready.
Just ready. I'm not.
Just ready.
What, as a fan, when you go to the game?
Ready. Yeah, I'm ready.
I step into games nervous.
Yeah, mate. I knew they were in red today, just in case they needed me. I could just beam myself over there.
When you said Chelsea will win the league, if we sign that man up there, which obviously you can't see at home, Virgil van Dijk, I'd be so confident.
You'd be certain on it.
That guy is unbelievable.
He looks
You
a
think
bargain,
that's what
doesn't
Chelsea need? They're more than another striker.
Yeah,
he does. He looks a bargain at 75 million.
Yeah.
Virgil van Dijk. When he was like having his troubles at Southampton,
Yeah.
I was praying we were going to sign him.
Yeah, just one of many former Southampton players. Mane, Van Dijk, Nathaniel Klein, Dejan Lovren, Adam Lallana all joined Liverpool from Southampton. Total cost of 168.5 million. This is a game that Southampton want to win, isn't it, against Liverpool, because they've got half their players playing.
It is. It's a game that listen, I don't know what's going on over here with those two clubs, but Southampton need to get their act together. Do you know what I mean? I know the goal was a little bit here and there, but Liverpool in the ascendancy again.
Yeah, another price boost for you from Sky Bet. Pogba to score from outside the area, 11-2. That is a price boost that you can see on your screen right now. No other goals to tell you about so far. Ash, any other chances in the four games you're watching?
Chances, actually. José Perez had a good chance for Newcastle. He went kind of almost through one-on-one, but he didn't get the shot away. Actually, Palace have got a dangerous free kick. Milivojevic standing over it. See if he can do anything.
Wolves have had some chances.
Chance, Dave. Another chance for Wolves.
Oh, my heart.
They're all over
They are all over you.
Mate. That was. Listen.
Are you still confident?
Listen. When David the hay is in the sticks, when David hay is between them sticks, yeah, you have to be confident. But listen, I'm telling you, right? We've been under the cosh. Listen, they've been rashing us, yeah, just like a rash all over us.
They've been rashing us.
Okay, Ash, sorry, back to you. Palace free kick, what happened to that?
Palace free kick, it was unlucky, went kind of low, but Dubravka made a fairly routine save. I'll tell you what I'm enjoying. I'm enjoying the attire of the managers in the rain and how they're dealing with it. Neil Warnock has got his hood so far over his eyes, I don't know how you can see the game. Guardiola's gone a bit more casual. He's got his head out and he's got no hood. No umbrellas, thankfully. But, chance. It's off the bar. Bournemouth have hit the bar as well. Deflected shot, went high.
It's not looking good for Tubes, is it?
I know. I'll tell you what, City are camped out as well in Cardiff half.
It's still nil, isn't it?
Yeah, it is a deal. That's 1-0.
What is it, Bournemouth Burnley?
No. There's only one
still
goal.
no.
Huddersfield are 1 up at Leicester.
Yeah.
Come on, mate. I'm giving you updates.
Go on, I'm concentrating on my game, mate.
Yeah, you just missed another day.
Just another worldie save.
That's a replay of the last one.
You still missed it, though. Questions from social media. Temps had some great questions. Just remind the viewers how they can get in touch.
How they do it, all you've got to do is tweet us at Football Daily, at SoccerAM, and use the hashtag #TheFootballSocial. You can also leave them in the live chat, of course, or do that. This one is from the live chat. It's from Mark. It's basically a top 3 prediction, not a top 4 prediction.
Top 3?
He thinks Chelsea, Liverpool, City. Do you think any other team can break into the top 3?
He thinks City are going to come third.
Apparently. I don't know if this is in
Mark.
order. But yeah.
Yeah? Wow, Mark.
There you go.
Mark's gone bold.
No! Come on! Fred! Fred! Debut goal. That's what I'm talking. Listen, I've been saying this from early, all right? Don't worry about what goes on. If you don't capitalise on them opportunities, it gets stung. Red Devils, this is how we do. Listen. Beautiful. Listen, slot it in.
Dave, you haven't actually described the goal. Tell us about what's happened, Dave.
I'm telling you, because my emotions have let me forget what happened. So let me just wait for the replay, and I'll run you through exactly what happened during the game. All right,
timing is the replay.
Here it is, yeah? Ball over from Luke Shaw. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Luke Shaw, beautiful. Headed out. And listen, who's it? Paul Pogba to Fred. First time. Just hugging.
Can I just
the
point
post.
out what a pass?
What a pass.
Honestly.
Goal at Leicester.
Another goal. Ash, it's all go. Tell us about it.
Iheanacho put through one-on-one with his left foot, just went across the keeper. Didn't hit it that cleanly, but it's in 1-0 Leicester. Kelechi Iheanacho.
No, I just got to say, listen, like you said, that pass was...
Wait until you see the Paul Pogba.
That pass was so exceptional,
Unbelievable.
Just in a replay of the Leicester goal here as well, Ash.
Yeah. Bournemouth, they tried to attack. It was really
look at this.
counter-attack.
Look at
I think
open
that's
Bournemouth.
James Maddison with the ball, and then Vardy looked like he helped it on, and Kelechi is actually a very decent finish.
Nice finish.
I've done him a disservice there. It's a very good finish. Yeah, a little through ball from Vardy if you've got him in your fantasy team.
Assist.
And Iheanacho with a finish right in the corner. 1-0
Here we
Leicester.
go, Liverpool got a chance, No, they haven't.
Goals are coming.
What's going on with Mo Salah? People are saying, you know what I mean? He's
Oh, it's just nonsense, isn't it? Like, he hasn't scored for 2 goals, and they're like, oh, yeah, get rid of him. Like, it's just donuts on Twitter.
Donuts on Twitter.
But if you're on Twitter, keep your questions coming and we will pick the best
Don't
ones.
be a donut.
Speaking of donuts on Twitter, one of them actually has said, would you drop Salah?
No.
Absolutely
Drop
not.
him.
What ridiculous.
And you said there was no such thing as a bad question.
No.
Bad question.
Well done,
Bad question.
Seriously, what's the fella done
drop
wrong?
him and bring who? Bring who in?
Exactly.
The problem with
What do you
the
do?
problem with these players is that once they have an amazing season, they have to keep up to that level.
Yeah.
Or they're not
Yeah.
as good as like it's like.
That's
Here he goes. Talking about Salah. Oh, he's missed.
Get rid of him. Get rid of him.
Yeah, get him.
Get him off!
Yeah.
Get him out!
Sub.
Get
Get
him
the
off.
sub on.
That is commentator's curse, isn't it? Look, it's 1-1.
Look at this.
Great ball. Great.
Oh, is he?
It's a good
tackle.
Good tackle.
It's got to bury that.
You reckon? I think it's a
Salah's done great in the build-up.
Incredible tackle.
That's a great tackle.
Oh, Cedric. He's come across well, hasn't he?
Setters.
Sedders.
Oh, good old Setters.
Setters.
That's a good tackle, that.
Listen, I feel so good right now, man.
Oh, it's a goal. Tubes talking through it.
Oh,
Heap.
that's heap.
John
What a lovely
Matip.
header.
He's a big lad, isn't he?
He just
Liverpool.
rose like a salmon and just nodded it into the far post. 2-0. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's another amazing start for Liverpool,
Liverpool
winning
just
every
absolutely-
single game
Who's
so
playing this
far
morning?
this
Who's on
season.
the corners?
Liverpool.
It's a corner in.
Yeah,
That's
a
Not easy.
That's
Wow.
a great header.
Wow, that's a really good header. That's a very, very good header.
That is
He's
Right.
up high as well.
Although, man on the post, does he stop it?
Well, yeah, where's the defending
Is
there?
there, yeah, true.
If
Very
they
true.
put a man on the post, that doesn't go in.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Such
yeah.
a cliche,
Great-
isn't it?
great
Stick a man
header.
on the post. But
Great.
Great
That's
goal.
2-0.
Liverpool lead 2-0.
Liverpool 6 out of
Absolutely
6. They're not
cruising.
losing this.
Goals. We've got goals.
We've got goals.
I
Any
did
more
call it, didn't
questions,
I? I
Sebs?
said-
You did
The
say
goals
that?
should be
Yeah,
goals
you
in
did
this.
say that.
And we have got questions. This one's from Ben J. Green. Would you start Martial over Marcus Rashford? This is the common debate that happens
Yeah,
a
it is
lot,
a
isn't
common
it?
debate,
Yeah.
It is a very Martial over Rashford. I'm a big Martial fan, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I really rate him as well.
Yeah,
I'm a
as well.
huge.
I always thought he's such a perfect Arsenal player.
Oh my
And I'm
days.
so
We're going
gutted he
into
doesn't
this
play
again.
for Arsenal. He's so perfect for
Give it up,
Arsenal.
then.
I'll never give it up.
For the
He's very
Arsenal.
like Henri.
He is, yeah. The way
I
he
agree.
finishes.
I agree
Yeah.
that he's a
Yeah.
Arsenal player.
Perfect.
I'll tell you what, I'd find a way to get them both in the team, to be honest.
It's the one that got
Oh,
away.
ow.
That's
And
how-
who's out? Who's out?
Put him on
Lukaku.
either wing, put Lukaku up top.
No.
I'd
Nobody
give
wants.
Sanchez a rest.
Nobody wants the right hand side. That's the
Yeah, but
problem.
then, as a
Nobody wants to
United
play.
player, if you're Rashford or Martial, you think, right, I'm going to train myself to the best of my
That's
ability,
what you
get
think.
myself on the right wing and like, make it my position, because no one plays there.
Just leave it empty. I suppose.
Yeah, nobody wants
Don't
it.
use it.
No one wants it.
No
Shame.
one wants that side for some reason. They all wanna cut
Chibs,
inside.
bit of an injury in one of your games? In your game, sorry?
Yeah, the goal scorer. Oh, no, hang on.
No, Shane
Shane,
Long.
Shane Long looks...
Oh, yeah, the goal scorer is Matip. I think he stepped on Shane Long's toes.
He's been down for quite a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, I don't think it's serious. I think it's just a bit of a...
It's getting a breather.
I'm not surprised. We did something with
game,
Liverpool,
isn't
and Matip's feet are about size 20, so I don't know. I'm not surprised he stepped on someone's
Stepping on
foot.
everyone's feet.
Massive
together.
foot.
Absolute flipper feet.
I was sideshow
Absolute
Bob.
flipper.
Oh, my days.
If you could go on a night out with one manager, but not your own team's manager, who would it be?
Oh, that's a great
I'll tell you who I would
question.
be, David Wagner.
Yeah?
I would love to have a night out with him.
Really?
I just think he's brilliant.
I'd
The way
go
that he
Klopp.
talks and the way that he expresses himself, I just think he'd be a right laugh.
You wouldn't be able to hear him over the music. I'd have to go with. On the night out, innit?
Are you taking him to?
Yeah, club, innit?
Yeah? What's wrong with
He's a bit quiet, isn't he? He's quiet, but he's got a nice, like, soft, like, relaxed tone.
Okay.
To be honest with you.
Who would you say then?
Great answer.
It was a great answer. You wouldn't be able to hear him over the music. Is that David?
Surely that applies to any of the managers that are in the club.
Probably like that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. It'd probably be. It might actually be Klopp.
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 Yeah,
Yeah,
Klopp's a good shout.
Yeah.
Klopp
And
would sink a
he
lot
likes
of
to
beers.
drink.
Yeah.
He's got staying power as well. Like
Oh,
when,
yeah.
when they got knocked out, when they lost the Champions League final, he was out until 6 a.m.
Yeah,
he was out longer than me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
He was.
Yeah, Jurgen Klopp, you're right.
Well, the referees have not helped Man United there on the chance bounce for the ref. And now Wolves are on the attack, but it has been cut up. So let's just give you a roundup of all of the games. One game from earlier, Fulham 1, Watford 1. That match finished 1-0. Andre Gray and Alexander Mitrovic. Mitrovic is now the leading scorer in the Premier League, equal with Eden Hazard. Leicester 1-1. Huddersfield, Kelechi Iheanacho equalising after Zanka scored for Huddersfield. Liverpool are 2-0 up against Southampton. Hoot own goal and Joel Matip. And Man United 1-0 up against Wolves thanks to Fred. Burnley, Bournemouth, Cardiff, Man City and Palace, Newcastle still 0-0.
Chances.
Any of chances in those three games, Ash?
I'm just seeing the replay. Jamie Vardy has missed a really good chance. It's actually over his shoulder, but he's very good at that technique, getting over his shoulder and volleying it in. Really nice free kick from Maddison, just clipped it over the wall. And that's a really good chance for Vardy. A player like him, he's put a couple of them in before.
Ash, a lot of goals so far. And one game that we all sat here and thought, dead cert, Man City will beat Cardiff. There's not been much going on. Tell us about what's happened in that game.
Just defended resolutely, Cardiff. You've seen loads of balls going in the box, and they've just been heading them clear. Morrison and Bamba, two big lads at the back. They've been getting rid of everything. Actually, Palace have got a dangerous free kick. Milivojevic
That's
over
the only
again.
thing they can do.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, there's
good hands from Dubravka.
absolutely no point going to City and trying to attack. Let's be honest, is it? I mean, you'd get absolutely whipped.
They're defending well,
yeah.
to be honest.
true.
City haven't even had any really good chances to speak of.
But I find that at Chelsea quite a lot now. Because obviously I've got a season ticket down at the bridge. A load of teams just come.
Yeah.
It's really boring.
Really?
Yeah, but, you know, it's a business now. You've got to stay in the Premier League. The
Yeah.
lower teams can't and literally have just 11 men.
Bigger clubs have just got to learn to
Which is
deal with
why
it, haven't they,
true.
pretty
This
much?
is
I think there's a lot of
true.
respect should go to Wolves. Yes, they've got the money to spend, but you
They're
watch
going
how
for
they're
it.
playing
Yeah.
against Man United and Man City.
Totally.
They are going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they got a point against Man City.
They did. Listen, they believe in it. They believe in their style. They believe in the way they play football, and that's, I think that's key. To be honest with you.
That's one of the questions I asked the gaffer, Nuno. I said, what's the difference? He said, there's no difference. I said, you're telling me there's no difference from the Premier League to the Championship? And he went, no, it's my style and that's the way we play. And I was like, well, yeah, but no disrespect.
He sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh, mate.
I'd have a night out with him, I think. I'd have a night out with him.
You wouldn't.
What's his beard like in real life?
Loosen him up a bit.
What's his beard like in real life? That is a fantastic bit of
It was
facial
lovely.
hair. It is. Did you touch it?
No.
Did you touch it? Wow.
He didn't like, yeah, we
Doesn't
didn't.
sound like the type of like you do that.
Yeah, no. That wouldn't
fair
go too well, I don't think.
Chance for Wolves, but they've just
That
been
is
flagged
the
offside.
worst shot I've ever seen. Oh my God, Van La Parra. He's about 40 yards out and he's tried, I don't know if he's tried to lob the keeper, but it's gone along the ground and miles wide. What is the point? What is the point in hitting it from there? Rajiv Van La Parra, honestly.
It's a good name, though.
A very good name.
Got a question from Twitter. It's from W. Barlow MU, so he's a Manchester United fan. Who would you replace Jose Mourinho with if he was to get sacked? What would you say?
Well,
Zidane's the one everyone's been linking with Man United.
yeah, because he's probably the only. Yeah, it'd probably be Zidane.
You go Zidane.
Yeah, because who else? Who else is there?
I'd go Pochettino.
You got
Pochettino.
Pochettino, 1-0.
Yeah, but you
That's
put
what-
him in
that's where-
United.
Yeah.
I think he's the exact man to take United forward because he's good with his youth. He brings players in. The players seem to love him as well, and I think that's what a lot of the United players need. They need someone to put their arm around them and actually like G him up and make him better players.
It's a very, very good shout. To be honest with you.
Pochettino-
But I think Poch is on his way to Real next.
think?
100%.
So and because
Yeah.
you know, because Zidane's already done that, you've got somebody who is a lot more, be a lot more settled in coming to Manchester United than if you get Poch. One of his eyes will be wondering, what's going on over there? You know what I mean?
No, it's true.
Because one of his eyes is already wondering over there.
Do you think it is? Yeah, you just say that to warm me up. Yeah.
It's true though. You know that that's his dreams.
I think he will end up in Spain.
Yeah.
Hasn't he said he won't go to Barcelona because
He would never go to
He'll never go to
Barcelona.
Barcelona, Espanyol, yeah.
Because of Espanyol,
Yeah, he's kind
He
of made for it.
is
with
a
it.
top dude. He's an absolute dude as well.
Is he?
He's
I feel like his
brilliant.
press conferences lately, though, the things he's saying, he seems like he's morphing into Jose Mourinho. Some of the stuff he's saying. So
Big
Why?
call.
Because
Big call
yeah,
that.
because the cow analogy was really weird.
Yeah, I have to say,
couldn't get my head
where I
around
agree
that.
with you is the last week is the first time I've seen a slight change in him, where he's
Charles!
starting
Oh,
to
what miss!
not appreciate certain questions being asked, and you can tell that the stadium is a
Snapping,
frustration.
isn't it?
The lack of transfers funds that we had was a frustration for his. I do think he will stay. But
how long?
For the short term, I don't think he's going to go in January
that,
or
though?
summer.
Yeah.
I do think though, if he's not given funds to buy players in the summer, that he will start thinking about potentially moving long term.
Talking about the stadium, that's pretty mad to get it that wrong, isn't it? I mean,
Yes. It is. I mean, the Liverpool game last week was supposed to be the stadium opener, and there's now another 2 games. The Cardiff game, the Chelsea game is the next fixture that hasn't been given a home, so to speak. Yet. They don't know if that's going to be at Wembley or not. Yeah. Man City's been moved to a Monday night. They haven't actually announced when the stadium will be ready because it failed safety regulations.
it's crazy, isn't it? I mean,
So it could be as late as March, they're saying. It might get to a point where they don't play it. Where they use Wembley for the whole season.
But can they? I don't know if they can do that anymore.
Where
Like now.
no one really knows what is actually going to happen with the stadium. There has not been an official announcement about when the first game will be. So it's frustrating for a lot of Spurs fans who've obviously got season tickets expecting us to be in there by now already.
So we've got a question from Twitter about the stadium and Tottenham. It's from Reese Fenwick. He says, do you think that the stadium is a reason behind them looking so unsettled compared to last season?
It's interesting because we had Steve Sidwell on this show and he was saying that players do... He said... Does he think it affects performance on the pitch? Not necessarily, but he did say that players do like their routine. They train at a certain time. They eat the same foods. They have a lot of them have superstitions, rituals. They have their family in certain parts of the grounds. And he said that he said it wouldn't help the team in any way. The fact, the uncertainty around them, whether it's a direct reason why we're not particularly playing so well now, probably not, but it's certainly not helping, is what you're saying. It's definitely an unsettling aspect.
It's not great for the fans
for the players
either.
Exactly.
It's not great for the fans.
I don't think it helps the fans. I think it gets their back up.
Yeah.
And I think fans are massive now for football teams. Like,
huge.
Get the fans getting behind you. If we're at Stamford Bridge and, you know, the Chelsea fans are proper going for it, you see the lift in the team. And if the fans aren't like, oh, we're at Wembley, like, did I get my ticket because I had my season ticket?
Yeah.
I'm sure it does affect the actual team through the fans.
Through the fans.
Because it's a mess.
I'd agree with that.
A couple more goals in the Championship. Derby, who were 1-0 down last time we spoke, are now 3-1 up. I'm sorry.
Hey!
Thank you.
Frankie!
Super Frankie Lampard.
Oh, goal, Aguero.
There we go.
He's just signed a new contract. He's got a
7-0
goal.
this win now.
Just waiting for it. Actually, Gundogan missed a really good chance about 5 minutes ago. And actually, Cardiff looked like they were growing. They had a little corner. They were coming back into it, just waiting for the replay here. But Aguero is wheeling away, and he got the goal. Is this his first goal after his new contract extension?
Here you go. Here's the replay.
Here we go.
Hashtag floodgates open.
Oh, I hope not.
It's begun.
Oh, it's a nice ball. Oh, that's actually a
lovely
really nice finish. Really nice ball. It looks like Bernardo Silva knocked it in, and Aguero's come across about the penalty spot and just smashed it in the bottom corner. That's a proper striker's finish.
So Bernardo's got the assist.
300th appearance for Aguero today, and that is a
he's put that away
lovely
really
finish.
well.
And
Really
it is
nice goal.
absolutely hammering it down there, isn't it?
It is. I don't think Neil Warnock saw it. I think his hood's still covering his eyes.
Post.
Fellaini.
Dave, what
Come
happened?
on, mate. Fred knocked the ball in. Fellaini headed the ball down, went across the face of goal. No one there to tap it in.
Man United have been a lot better since the goal?
Yeah, they have been. Been playing some quality football and pretty much taking control of the game, to be honest with you, since then. Wolves are just hoping for a break on the counter-attack. But United have been in...
They're still giving it a go, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they are, absolutely.
It looks like quite an open game.
Hold on.
Another chance for Man United. Oh, nice bit of build-up play.
It's gone.
And the danger is cleared. So, yeah, a few other results, a few other scores, shall I say, in the Championship. Derby 3-1 up. Brentford, that is Wilson, David Nugent and Mason Mount. A lot of people
Chelsea boy.
talking very highly about him. Birmingham 2-0 up. Birmingham at Leeds as well. That'd be a huge shock if Leeds United lose at home to Birmingham City. Reading still 1-0 up against Hull City, and Stoke City trail 1-0 at home to Blackburn Rovers. Ash, any other chances in your game, mate?
Burnley had a decent chance. Sam Vokes, the ball was bouncing around and he just kind of caught it on the half volley, but just seemed to miss his strike a little bit. Palace are growing into the game. Wilfried Zaha looks very dangerous. He's just, every time he picks up the ball, you feel like something might happen. He's just a bag of tricks, isn't he? And he's such a good player. So important to that Palace team. But yeah, no other goals to speak of yet.
Tubes, Liverpool, Southampton, is it cruise control for Liverpool?
Romeo just got a yellow card. Absolute beef attack. Absolutely. Lucky he's got such big calves because he's absolutely crunched him.
Yeah, Shaqiri, that's nasty, that, wasn't it?
There's been some beautiful 1-2 play played by Manchester United down there. I'm telling you, it's been incredible. Alexis Sánchez linking up very, very well with Lukaku. Just that final ball.
Yeah, so loads of goals going in. Any more questions from social media tents? Been some good questions so far.
Yeah, I'm
keep
enjoying
them
them.
coming, people.
Yeah, we've got a question from Tom. It's for you, Tubes.
Tackle.
What is your most memorable Tubes moment?
Wow.
This could be, I don't know what this means. Could
We
be
were watching a few the other day,
Yeah.
actually.
Oh, well,
Good question.
that's a great question. There's a few unforgettable moments.
Goal
I'll tell you
City,
that.
another one. Oh, sorry,
Goal City.
Tubes.
Oh,
Sorry,
No.
Tubes.
we'll come back to it.
It's ball in, I think it's by Sane, and it's flicked in by Bernardo Silva. It's actually a really clever header.
Goal and an assist for him today.
And
Fantasy
Tubes did
point.
say
Silva.
floodgates would open.
Floodgates
That's exactly
points.
what's happened.
It was a short corner, played it back to Sane. He's on the edge of the box, he helped it in, and it's like a real stooping, flicked header from Bernardo Silva, and it's just looped into the goal. It's a
Here it
really,
is.
really clever header. Good goal. Sane picking the ball up. He's back in the team as well. He looks good, and that's it. It's a
wow.
really clever header.
Teddy
isn't it?
Sheringham-esque, that, wasn't it?
Did he mean that?
Yeah, he didn't mean that.
Maybe he's helping
He
it
didn't
on.
mean
No, I don't know if he's meant
Chance for
that.
Bournemouth as well.
That's what is that? It's a
trying to
no-
help
It's a
that
lovely crossing from Sane. It looks like he's, yeah, exactly that. He's flicking
Helping
it on.
It's a no-look header, that is.
That's very good, though. 2-0 City, they are
If
cruising
he tries
now.
to claim that,
Remember
he
Teddy
meant that.
Sheringham's goal for England? Little back header.
Yeah, he
Very
meant that.
similar to that, which he meant.
unstable, isn't it?
Sunday
Very similar to that.
Back to this question, though.
Back to this
Tubes.
question. I mean,
Yeah.
Sorry, Tubes, I interrupted you. Well, City interrupted you.
Gave me
Sorry,
time
mate.
to think, Ash. I've been so fortunate to get to do some amazing things, like, you know, a massive Chelsea fan, like growing up.
Yeah.
Mum and Dad were the first people in the world ever to have their wedding reception on Stamford Bridge.
No way.
So yeah, that made the papers and stuff. And my dad's ashes are actually underneath the ground now.
Wow.
So
Oh, wow.
That's really cool.
that's probably not the best moment, put my dad's ashes underneath the ground. But I don't know, probably just, you know, meeting the Chelsea players.
Who's your favourite Chelsea player you've ever met? Like, who's the nicest bloke?
A lot of, like, Frank Lampard and John Terry have done a lot for me.
Yeah.
You know, John Terry organised the ashes going underneath the ground and stuff like that. And, you know, when I was ill back last year, early this year, like, Frank was on the phone all the time and John Terry was on the phone. So probably those two. But those two and Gianfranco Zola, I've managed to meet all of them. So
That's amazing, isn't it?
I've had some, you know, amazing times. There's some weird times as well, like meeting Steve Coogan, and that went complete.
What?
Yeah,
Come
Steve Coogan didn't like me. Steve
teased me,
Coogan
innit?
was like the equivalent to Nuno. yeah, he didn't really get the. It was when I was doing all the rapping and stuff.
I remember that. vividly, 'cause
Yeah.
you said you asked him a
maybe.
question. What's the funniest thing you've ever seen or something? He said,
Well,
"Not
it's not
you."
It's not you.
Killed him. Killed him.
Proper, like, evils. Like
Ouch.
the bloke behind the camera was like, he's like, don't like that. And then obviously Slash, you know, he got beaten up by his bodyguards for putting mash in my face. But the best is probably do you know, I'm such a lucky bloke because I get to, you know, I've played at Wembley and stuff like the first game at the first Wembley. What I managed to do with Soccer AM. But I'd probably say that, you know, meeting all the Chelsea players and stuff like that.
Not losing against FTFC 3-0 then.
Who? What's that?
When we played you. 3-0.
It's a great reply to that.
Yeah, who are you?
Don't forget that, we beat you 3-0. Do you remember?
Was it 3-0?
We had
did.
Merson on your team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Merson, I did.
I
Merson,
I
Bullard.
did not enjoy
and
that
Smithy,
game.
actually.
Didn't
as
enjoy
well.
that
His
game.
own.
I didn't enjoy that game one bit.
It's a good question. That's our best question.
Yeah.
so
That is a great
far.
question.
Who is that by?
That is by... I've lost it now.
Give him a name check.
It's from Tom Golding.
Tom Golding.
Tom.
Good
Tom
question.
Golding.
Thanks for the
Let's,
question.
do a
Tom.
little,
Tom.
let's go from questions to a bit of trivia. I'm going to come to Dave for this. Fred is the 5th Brazilian player to score a Premier League goal for Man United. Can you name the other 4?
Great question.
Come on, Dave.
4.
Yeah.
We spoke about one earlier.
5th Brazilian player to score a Premier League goal for Man United. Who are the other 4 Brazilians?
All right, Kléberson.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, is it, apparently?
Hold on.
Got at least one more. Oh, is that a goal? It's a goal.
It's a goal.
Burnley.
Luckily for you, we can go to Ash for a goal. We'll come back to the quiz.
Very lucky
Ash,
there.
what
Oh,
game?
it's Mathieu Vidra. I didn't even... I think that's his first goal for Burnley.
Is that Burnley 1-0 up, yeah?
Burnley
Big
1-0
goal
up.
for Burnley. Talk us through it.
Ball coming into the box, it's bounced around and it's just come at the back stick and Vidra's absolutely smashed it in. Actually a very decent finish on the bounce. He's done really well. That's his first Premier League goal
Premier League goal,
for
yeah.
Burnley.
I called it, didn't I, Ash? When you were saying ball.
Oh, that's my acca. Oh,
Told you,
no.
pal.
What have you done, Ash?
He's finished it well. He's got over
Yeah.
it. The shot was blocked. It deflected over to him and he just put it in at the back stick. and Mayaka has let everyone down.
That is letting
Not over yet, it's not over yet.
We will update the accumulator at half-time to see how we are getting on. Back to the trivia then. Open it up to the whole sofa.
Raphael.
Fred. Fifth
Raphael.
Brazilian. Yes,
Yeah.
there's one more. 5 Brazilians to score a Premier League goal for Man United. Fred, Kléberson, Anderson, Raphael and one other.
What about Rocham? No, not Rocham, but there was another centre midfielder that played for us for...
This game's gone.
That's my game.
Can we tell you the other one?
Go on, tell us the other one.
Hold on.
Tell us the other one.
Hold on, don't say it yet. Did Fabio
He's
score?
related
Fabio.
to one of Fabio it is,
Fabio,
yeah.
of course.
They are the 5
course.
Brazilians. 2 have scored a Premier League goal for Man United. Favourite Brazilian for Man United out of those 5?
Out of those 5,
Anderson,
Who would you
surely.
take on a night out?
Anderson.
if I was to say, I was going to say, if it's a night out, 100% it'll be
Anderson.
Anderson. It'll be Ando. He looks like he enjoys himself. But I like Raphael, to be honest with you. He's one of my. I liked him so much. Like when he replaced Gary Neville.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
That's
He
not
was
an easy
brilliant.
thing to do.
It's not. Yeah, it's not easy in the slightest. And at the same time, he played with so much heart.
Yeah.
That's the reason why I loved him, because it's like he didn't always get it right, but you could see that when he didn't, he was like a fan in essence. Just like he said the other day when he was talking about how he's still a fan of Manchester United.
Yeah, exactly.
Now Manchester's still red, after Leon smacking up, Man City. I like that.
Speaking of City, they nearly got a third. Cleared off the line.
All Man City now, Ash.
All Man City. Oh, 2-0 Burnley.
Oh, Burnley! Another goal!
Oh, Aaron Lennon.
Wow.
Tubes is in!
Yeah, your actor
Tubes is
has
in!
Oh,
Tubes
my
is
is
in!
gone.
Your
I've had a
actor's gone.
stinker. Mate, Bournemouth have been good. I put Ryan Fraser in my team this week as well. Ball over the back post and a really nice finish by Aaron Lennon at the back stick. He's caught that really well. Lovely goal. Can't see. I think it might be Charlie Taylor swinging the ball in, and it's missed everyone.
Oh,
and
it's
Aaron
a nice
Lennon at the
finish.
back post has slid in. Bottom corner, lovely goal. 2-0 Burnley.
2-0 Burnley. We will be updating our accumulator. Is Ash letting us down?
Sorry,
that is the
lads.
big question.
I've let you all down.
Dave, feature game, of course, Man United versus Wolves. Oh,
It's in.
nervy moment there. What's been happening?
No, it's been, well, to be honest with you, not much has happened since that goal, to be honest. There's been some brilliant link-up play. Sanchez has actually been playing very, very, very well. Although he hasn't got a goal or an assist, he's created a lot of chances there. The link-up play is going really good, and I think that just shows what they've been working on in training. I think, listen, you've got to give a player like Alexis Sánchez time. He came in January. Nobody really lights up the world in January. And I think he will push through.
Okay, yeah.
So good by Sterling.
The stats look good for Man United when they are leading. They've never... This is an amazing stat. I don't know if you're aware of this, Dave. Man United have never lost a Premier League game at Old Trafford when leading at half-time in 271 games. Whenever Man United lead at half-time at Old Trafford, in Premier League history, they have never lost. 271 games, 256 wins. They've also won the last 25 Premier League games when scoring first. And since Tottenham beat you 3-0, you've actually... It's sort of rejuvenated your team, isn't it?
Yeah, no, well, to be honest, like I said, listen, the performance in the
It's done
first
the
half...
opposite for us.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Listen, the performance in that first half, I think, encouraged Manchester United and the fans. The fans were very... I was at that game.
Yeah.
And the fans stayed behind to applaud the United players
Jose
afterwards,
did
and
to the
Jose
fans as
Mourinho.
well, yeah.
Which I think really gave the team a lot more confidence, a lot more belief, a lot more.
Oh, Salah
it took the pressure off them.
Salah,
took the pressure off
Salah.
them.
Oh,
Chips, please, because that could have been an
What
unbelievable
a goal that would have been.
Take
got
it.
to come on the wide for this. Salah's gone through, and he's spun round and backheeled it. As he span round, it's just rolled past the far post.
That's very
That is punditry.
Get him off it.
That is punditry.
Get him off. Get Salah off.
He span round like a 360 and backheeled it.
And it's
That was-
huge counter-attack, isn't it? Because
that was
Southampton had the ball. We're looking at it
unbelievable.
again now.
The way Liverpool attacks a joke.
That's a ball from Robertson.
quick, the way
That's a
Liverpool
ball from Robertson. You have to say.
Way! Oh,
Firmino's pass straight to Salah.
oh,
And he's got his back to
he's
goal.
so
Back heel, that would have been an
That would have been
unbelievable goal. Back to
unbelievable.
goal.
that would have been
Back heel,
showboat all day long.
wide of the post.
Salah, he's lost it.
He's got to get him off.
Dropping.
Get him off.
Yes.
What a player. I'm so
Price
glad,
boost in that game. Salah 10-3 to score the next goal with Sky Bet.
I'm so glad we let him go.
Oh yeah, I mean
Salah, Lukaku,
Kevin De Bruyne,
Kevin De
Lukaku.
Bruyne.
Oh, what a goal, Gundogan. Oh, my word.
Well,
There was a lovely bit of play on the edge of the box and it's come to him and he's just bent one top corner. 3-0 City. They are cruising.
Yep, you said it, floodgates, man.
Oh,
Is it
that's
3 or
such
4
a good
now,
goal. 3.
Is it 3, yeah?
Yeah.
Best goal so far in that game, Ash?
I think that's the best goal of the day so far.
Yeah.
That's a really, really nice finish. Gundogan's a good player. He does a really good job for them in the middle of the park.
Here it is.
It's him and Sane
He had a really bad injury as well, didn't he?
laid off to him. I think it's Aguero lays it off to him.
Oh,
Sterling.
what a goal that is.
He's just bent it beautifully. It's Sterling with the assist, and he's bent it in the corner, top corner.
Bent it absolute top bin.
What a cracker.
No keeper in the world is saving that.
No
That is
chance.
an incredible goal.
Assist for Sterling as
No
well.
back lift either. What a goal.
Chance Man United,
Yeah.
free kick, Dave.
Free kick on the edge of the penalty area. Handball. Nothing.
Poor.
Nothing. Shocking.
Was that Fred?
No,
No,
it's
Sanchez.
Alexis.
We spoke about Sanchez earlier. There's a lot of
Shocking.
Arsenal and
back of
Man
his shirt
United
as well.
fans on the sofa. How has Alexis Sanchez played in this first half?
No, he's had a solid first half, to be honest with you. A really good first half. I said the link-up play was fantastic. It's been fantastic. Besides that situation there with that free kick, he's been good.
But
He's been
they've
decent.
not scored in his last 9 Premier League appearances. Alexis Sanchez scored just 3 goals in 22 games since joining from Arsenal.
He doesn't look good. He looks... I don't know, it doesn't look right.
No, scored 9 Premier League goals last season. This after scoring 24 in 2016-17. Scored 80 goals in 166 games during 3.5 years at Arsenal. He's not the same player, is he?
He's not yet. I think it's going to take some time. And I think he'll come good. I believe he'll come good. It doesn't always work for some players, but I think it will for him. It will come
May
good.
I ask our illustrious guests if Sanchez was in if Martial was in the same form as Sanchez, when would he have been dropped? There's absolutely no chance Mourinho would give him a run of 9 games.
He got
like
dropped
that.
in the Champions League. He didn't play Champions League football this weekend.
That was rotation.
Oh,
He was rested.
yeah.
He was rested. That was rotation. I don't think Mourinho would give the same chance to Martial and Rashford to consistently not play that well, basically.
I don't think he'd be able to do that because of the investment they're paying.
Because Mourinho chased Sanchez for a long period of time.
And the amount of money they're paying.
Sanchez on the right for
Nice
Arsenal
player.
was really good. Temps, you know better than me, but he played out on the right quite a lot for them and was actually decent, wasn't he?
He did, yeah. It took him so long to find his actual position at Arsenal. So he was all over the place. He wanted to play up front on his own. I
remember, yeah.
And he wasn't great.
He did. He
up
played
front
for the middle for a while and scored,
He did,
quite a lot of goals. But he was your main man,
It's
wasn't
his
he?
whole demeanour,
Yeah.
though.
Everything was built around him at Arsenal. It's a bit different at
Yeah,
Manchester.
he just looks like...
He wins a lot of free kicks. Only won one right there.
Yeah,
Might come to something good.
for me, it just doesn't look like...
Yeah.
It's like...
Yeah, win that free kick.
it's-
Quality.
He's quite a
look at that.
mopey
Win that
player.
free
Yeah.
kick.
He's a mopey player. Once his head drops, it's hard to bring him back.
It feels like that.
But you know, at Arsenal, he used to sort of buzz around a lot. You know, he was everywhere.
It's true.
A lot of people
And
say,
it
though, don't they?
doesn't-
Is it
Maybe it's
Mourinho
manager's
going
orders,
back to
maybe.
Eden Hazard, though? You're saying about Sarri lets him attack. Mourinho teams are historically quite defensive, and that he does have a defensive duty. He had so much freedom under Arsene Wenger at Arsenal.
He did.
Yeah,
Do you think
maybe,
that's a
that-
factor?
That obviously, I reckon, is a massive factor. And
But I thought that would
Yeah.
suit Sanchez because his
He was
work
just-
rate's so good.
Yeah.
He was a star man.
Dave,
but if you're only told to go into certain areas,
Yeah, of course.
he might be...
Oh! Oh, my days.
What a save.
Pogba. Almost. That was a quality save.
Talk us through that.
Absolutely
Dave.
brilliant
Free
save. Free kick, poor Pogba.
It wasn't. It was Fred.
No, it was
No,
Fred.
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 What
Oh,
a
my
save.
days.
What a
That's a
save.
great save.
Oh, my days.
He's been a really good signing for him. For
He's
the
bent it
moment.
the other way around the
left
wall.
Foot, left foot, bent it around the wall,
he's
going
gone
for
to
the
the
business.
post.
Oh, what a goal! Shaqiri!
Look at that.
3-0.
Goal at Anfield.
3-0.
Talk us through it.
Salah's
I
claiming
think
that.
it's, I don't know who, I can't tell who it's from. Shaqiri's hit an absolute worldie of a free kick. About 25 yards, 30 yards out, bent it over the wall,
Marcelo
hit the crossbar.
Marcelo wants it.
Salah's so desperate for goals. He's
I don't know if it went in. I don't know if it went in.
These are scenes at
It came
half-time.
off the bar, didn't it?
So,
What a free kick that is.
oh
no, it is Salah's goal.
no.
Salah's goal.
Yeah,
Salah's goal. He's
goal.
reacted
Makes
really
it
well,
3-0.
hasn't he?
What
These are
a free
scenes at
kick, though.
half-time, guys. Man City 3-0 up at the Cardiff City Stadium. That is half-time. Also, Burnley 2-0 up at Bournemouth. That game
Technique, that.
is at half-time as well. Man United, Wolves. The half-time whistle has just blown as well, and as well at Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace 0, Newcastle 0. Not been a lot going on in that game. In fact, I don't think you've given us anything from that game.
Palace Newcastle.
Nothing
It's been
happening.
fairly quiet. Perez had a good chance for Newcastle. He went through almost 1-on-1. Could have buried it.
Yeah.
Palace have had a few dangerous free kicks, but nothing really of note in terms of massive chances.
Half-time at
Half-time whistle at Liverpool
3-0.
3-0.
Absolute
Cruising.
run.
Liverpool been
City.
too good, Southampton been too
Yeah,
bad.
I mean, Liverpool look amazing. Liverpool look the same every game. They just attack in numbers, They've got Virgil van Dijk at the back there. It just look comfortable. Keeper looks comfortable. They look good, real good.
It's similar to that Cardiff game when that first goal went in. Even though it was a little bit dodgy, you just knew that it was done.
Yeah.
It's game, set, match.
They look good. They look really, really strong.
They can do another 3 more in the second
And here's
half.
Man United 1-0. They lead against Wolves.
Could have been 2 with that fantastic free kick there from Fred. Absolutely. Listen, I haven't seen him take a free kick like that.
And there's Sir Alex Ferguson, as already mentioned at the start of the show, Dave. Sir Alex Ferguson, first game back at Old Trafford.
Be enjoying
since
this.
his health scare. Great to see.
The camera phones are out. Just catching a glimpse of the gaffer. He'd always be the gaffer. But yes, it's amazing. It's amazing to see him back at Old Trafford. And hopefully it would end with a win.
And the other game, Leicester City. Leicester City 1, Huddersfield 1. So that is all of the matches are in half-time now.
So your bet's out then?
Oh, boys, I'm sorry.
Your accumulator's out, and
right.
so is your bet. Your 1-0 bet.
It's good that you
Oh,
say
God,
that,
I've
Dave,
lost
because
both
we
bets.
can have a look.
Bad day at the
Have a
office.
refund, please.
Here is the accumulator. Ash has said away when he walked in today through the gates and said there is no way, Smithy, that Burnley will beat Bournemouth. It is an away win all day long. Burnley are winning 2-0, so our ACCA is completely pointless.
No, it's
I
not.
said
Fake.
Man City would beat Cardiff. They're currently 3-0 up at half-time. Temps went for a home win. Palace against Newcastle. Evenly poised that one, 0-0. So we're still in with that. Tubes went home win. Leicester Huddersfield still on. 1-1 that one currently sits. I said Liverpool beat Southampton. So just to point out, both of my bets could not be going any better. 3-0 in both of them, Dave.
You've got the easiest games. Come on, Daddy.
Fairly easy picks. Dave went for a
You've
home
got
win.
Liverpool, man.
Yeah, come on, mate.
Blimey.
Dave went for 1-0. Home win, sorry, it is 1-0, so that one is evenly poised. They were 18-1 in our accumulator. And if you've had any accumulators, let us know. So all the games, loads of goals, Ash.
Loads of goals. Loads of goals.
Palace Newcastle.
Other than that,
quite
but there's
entertaining.
been a couple of chances in that. But I tell you what, City look really, really comfortable. They're gonna. I wouldn't be surprised if they got a couple more in the second half. Same with Liverpool, actually. They look like cruising, don't they?
Yeah,
Cardiff needs to sign in January.
Cardiff did.
What about Huddersfield? I think Huddersfield are gone as well. I think
I
they're out
wouldn't
of
be
it.
surprised.
I think Huddersfield, Cardiff. I think both of them are.
Cardiff
Need
need to.
to strengthen, don't they? I think
Yeah.
of all the teams, that, especially when you look at the other teams, what they spent and got promoted. Fulham spent over 100 million. Wolves built a new team, pretty much.
Yeah.
And
The question is it worth spending if by January you're in single digits? Is it worth putting the investment in?
It's got to be.
Yeah, I think so.
The chairman might
I think
so,
the
but
fans, I think
it's
the
gotta
Cardiff
be,
fans will say yes to that. Yeah.
Of course they will.
Yeah. Right, so that is the half-time. It gives us a chance to look at Granit Xhaka. Earlier on in the week, I caught up with him to talk about his Arsenal teammates. This is what he had to say.
Schwer zu sagen. Ich schaue nie in den Taschen von den anderen Spielern, aber ich glaube, dass der Peter Cech, glaube die meisten Sachen mitnimmt.
Why do you say Petr Cech? You think that from?
Ja, ich glaube, ich habe schon mal ein bisschen auf seine Tasche gesehen. Er hat, glaube ich, immer 2 oder ein Paar Schuhe immer im Koffer drin und was zu lesen, Klamotten natürlich. Ich habe das Gefühl, er nimmt am meisten mit. Schwer zu sagen, weil die meisten kommen eigentlich ganz chillig, ganz normal im Training. Boah, schwere Frage. Ich kann die Frage leider nicht beantworten, weil die wirklich schwer ist.
Not Hector Bellerin? You've seen some things he wears, or?
Also mir gefällt der Style von Hector nicht. Also ich würde mich nicht so wie er anziehen. Ich glaube, Danny Welbeck hat einen komischen Akzent. Rob Holding hat einen komischen Akzent, weil die aus Manchester kommen.
So you find it hard to understand Danny Welbeck and Rob Holding?
Yes.
You understood that bit, yeah. When they speak to you, do you ask them to slow down sometimes, or?
Na, jetzt ist viel besser, aber am Anfang muss ich schon sagen, die sollen ein bisschen langsamer reden, weil mit diesem Akzent habe ich gar kein Wort verstanden.
I don't speak fluent German, but I think you said it's better now that you've got to know them, but at the start you didn't know what they were saying. Is that right?
Ja. Lacazette. Ich glaube, Laka ist ein Typ, so wie ich ihn kennengelernt habe, auch im Training, wenn er ein Tor schießt, scheitelt viel rum, jubelt ein bisschen, ist ein lustiger Kerl.
Every time he scores in training, he has a celebration.
Nicht immer, aber er hat schon mal einen Jubel drin, wo er mal rumschreit und mal jubelt. Diva ist ein hartes Wort. Ne? Ich glaube, jeder möchte gut aussehen, jeder macht mal die Frisuren. Sead ist einer, der gerne die Frisuren macht. Ich mache gerne mal die Frisuren. Und ich glaube, Oba ist einer, der auch mal so gerne mal mit ein paar feine Klamotten kommt, so mit mal einem Bling-Bling, mit einer Jacke. Ich glaube, Oba ist auch sicher einer dazu, ja. Ich glaube, Lolo Koscielny ist ein Typ aus Natur, der auch nicht so viel lacht, der eigentlich eher ernst ist. Ich glaube, er ist auch ein harter Kerl.
So you wouldn't want to mess with Laurent Koscielny?
Ich habe kein Problem damit, aber ich glaube, er ist, meine Meinung, einer der härtesten Jungs, die wir haben, ja. Boah, wir haben so viele, das ist das Problem. French people. Franzosen, Aubameyang und Laka. Also Laka ist, glaube ich, so der Joker von der Mannschaft.
Is there any stories you have of Lacazette? Any pranks or things he's done in the dressing room that have made you laugh before?
Laka ist ein sehr positiver Mensch, der immer ein Lachen in seinem Gesicht hat, der immer wieder einen Spruch macht, der gerne auch mal provoziert, wenn er im Spiel oder im Training mal gewinnt, den anderen auch ein bisschen provoziert, aber immer in gewissen Grenzen. Da muss ich nicht lange überlegen, da ist der Mesut. Mesut Özil ist, glaube ich, der geilste Kicker, den ich bis heute zusammen gespielt habe.
Why do you say that? What makes him so good?
Ja, ist, glaube ich, ist ein Straßenkicker. Ist ein Straßenkicker, der Junge kommt aus der Straße, der gerne mit dem Ball immer was macht, am Fuß hat und ein überragender Fußballer.
And what's he like off the pitch as a person, Mesut?
Überragend. Mesut ist ein hervorragender Mensch, sehr offen, hilft auch dem anderen, sehr lieb und ja, ich habe eigentlich nur über Mesut positive Sachen zu sagen. Boah, ich glaube, die ganze Mannschaft. Wir sind alle viel am Telefon. Viele Spieler, ich kann jetzt nicht einen rausnehmen. Ja, ich glaube Peter Cech. Peter Cech ist, glaube ich, so der Vater von der Mannschaft. Der organisiert alles. Wenn wir Fragen haben, wenn wir was nicht wissen, wir gehen zum Peter. Er weiß alles, er gibt dir sofort eine Antwort. Ich glaube, Peter ist derjenige, der, wenn wir was brauchen, hat er sofort eine Antwort.
And Petr Cech, you mentioned there, is he someone that you can imagine going into management when his playing career finishes?
Auf jeden Fall. Ich glaube, Peter ist ein Mensch, der viele Sachen lernen möchte, der viele Sachen auch weiß und natürlich auch viele Sprachen spricht. Und das ist, glaube ich, ein enormer Vorteil für ihn. Ich glaube, Mustafi ist einer, der sehr viel Musik laufen lässt in der Kabine. Im Spiel haben wir immer ein bisschen verschiedene. Rob macht viel Musik im Spiel, Mustafi macht viel. Ich glaube, Oba durfte auch einmal, aber seine Musik war jetzt okay. Ja, ich glaube, Rob und Musti sind so die zwei, die am meisten Musik spielen.
So Rob Holding does it for match days and Mustafi for training. Why do they change roles? You don't trust him for match days?
Nein, wir haben einfach in der Kabine zwei Boxen und Mustafi lässt viel deutsche Songs spielen und Rob eher so Englisch und nee, eigentlich nicht deswegen. Schwere Frage, weil bei uns tanzen sehr viele. Oder zumindest sie probieren zu tanzen. Ich persönlich kann gar nicht tanzen. Also auf jeden Fall nicht diese R&B, Hip-Hop-Tanz. Oba, Laka tanzen sehr viel. Und Alexis Wobi tanzt auch gut. Also ich glaube, die drei sind so. Ainsley tanzt auch gut. Ich sag mal, diese 3-4 Spieler würde ich nehmen. Ich glaube, wir sind eine Mannschaft, die sehr gerne zum Friseur geht. Ich bin, glaube ich, auch einer von den Top 3. Sead ist einer, der gerne zum Friseur geht. Oba geht natürlich auch sehr gerne zum Friseur.
How often does Oba get his haircut then? Every week?
Vielleicht alle 10 Tage, alle 2 Wochen, würde ich schon sagen, ja. Eddie, ein Ketia zum Beispiel, hat, glaube ich, letztens 2-mal hintereinander was bekommen. Ja, ich glaube, es sind eher so die jüngeren Spieler, die ein bisschen weniger Erfahrung haben. Ich glaube, ich würde Stefan Lichtsteiner nehmen. Weil Stefan kenne ich seit ich 17 bin, in dem Nationalteam. mit ihm seit langen Jahren bin und jetzt natürlich auch jeden Tag und sehe, was er auch für ein Mensch ist. Wusste vorher schon, aber jetzt besser. Ich glaube, Stefan ist so ein ruhiger Mensch, so ein intelligenter Mensch. Ich glaube, ich würde Stefan nehmen.
Did you help sell Arsenal to Lichtsteiner?
Ich hatte Kontakt mit Stefan, bevor er unterschrieben hat. Ich glaube, wenn wir Nationalteam sind, wir reden immer mit jedem Spieler über den Verein, wie es da ist, was die anders machen, was die besser machen, schlechter. Und ja, Gott sei Dank konnte ich natürlich Steff überzeugen, zu uns zu kommen, weil er natürlich mit seiner Art als Spieler diese Mannschaft enorm weiterbringen kann.
Granit, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Your English is a lot better than my German. I hope you all heard it because of the hurricane. Good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Big thanks to Granit Xhaka and to Arsenal for accommodating us in the week. Temps, loads of goals going on. What are people talking about on social media? You haven't put any polls out yet, have you?
I haven't put any polls out, but I did ask the question that Tubes posed at the start about the goalkeepers becoming managers.
Yeah.
You said there wasn't many. The current Besiktas manager is a goalkeeper.
Real Madrid as well, yeah?
Real Madrid as well.
Yeah.
Dino Zoff also managed.
Of course.
So yeah, there are a few. There's not many though. Everyone's saying the same, Nuno and the Madrid manager.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, I've just put a tweet out as well. So send in your questions, and if they're any good, we're going to feature them on screen, so you'll get a proper shout out.
Oh,
It's a real
just a
shout.
visual and a verbal.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
This could be
Yeah.
your moment. This is big.
There you go.
Brilliant. Good stuff.
I was going to say, I wonder what position has the most managers? As in what position?
It's a great question.
Well,
has the
that.
most
That's a great
managers?
question.
That is a good
'Cause
question.
that is exactly why I asked the question in the first place.
Yeah.
Because you think of a goalkeeper, you think sorting everyone out, you know, out there loud.
Seeing the whole game,
You
reading
see the whole
game.
game and you
Yeah.
can see it. That's why I asked the question. But
Centre
your
backs.
prediction?
centre backs probably.
Centre backs,
I'd say so.
Pochettino,
Centre-backs,
he was a
yeah.
centre back, wasn't he? Was Klopp a defender as well?
Yeah, see?
And then who else? Yeah, centre back.
These are the scenes at Old Trafford. Players coming out now. There you can see the Wolves players 1-0. They trail at Old Trafford to Man United.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
Thank you, mate.
Is that for me? No.
So it'll be interesting to see how Wolves approach this second half. Still in this game. Dave, quick word on Wolves' first half.
Yeah, listen, Wolves. Listen, they've got nothing to be upset about. To be honest with you, they've made a good showing of themselves during the first half. They were very attacking early on in the game, and they've pretty much stayed true to their football.
It's interesting this little second half warm up they're doing. I don't see this very often.
Oh, yeah.
The whole team. What are your thoughts on this, Dave?
Well, it's different. It's different. Question is, would it work for them? Hopefully not.
Wolves have had more attempts on target than Man United in the first half.
Listen, that doesn't surprise me at all. Under José Mourinho, we haven't created that many. Well, in terms of chance creation, it's different to shots on goal. We haven't had that many shots on goal.
These are the scenes. They were the scenes at Burnley. Turf Moor players are out, and at Anfield as well. Liverpool looking very happy with themselves indeed. 3-0 up against Southampton going into second half. Crystal Palace Newcastle not been a classic so far. No goals, but the players are back out in that one as well. And Man City, it's all Man City at the Cardiff City Stadium. 0-0 for long periods of that game, and then 3 goals in quick succession. The score could be anything in that one. And Leicester as well. Substitution, Ash, in the Leicester game.
Yep, looks like Damari Gray's coming on. Surprised he didn't start, to be honest. Very, very lively winger, isn't he?
love
He's
him.
coming on for Gazal.
He's a top player for me.
Big
to be
fan of
honest.
yours, Dave, yeah?
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Damari.
Yeah, he's a good player. And it looks like Hossalu's coming on as well for Newcastle.
And James Milner coming on, Tubes, for Liverpool.
James Milner. Would James Milner get into the England starting 11
Yes.
right now?
I think he would.
So, I've said it for so long, he's so underrated.
He's the most reliable player in the Premier
becoming
League.
a bit more
very
rated, but
underrated.
he was-
There he is. There are
But has he got
scenes
to
of
that?
James
Has he
Milner.
got to that level because he retired from international football?
Maybe.
He's also got the
Maybe.
best Twitter account on
Yeah, he's good.
It's very good, isn't it?
around at the moment.
James Milner, last 9 goals, and all been penalties. That is a Premier League record. He also holds a Premier League record for scoring the most amount of goals without ever losing a Premier League game. Whenever James Milner scores a Premier League goal, he has never lost a Premier League game. That is
Great
Premier League
stats,
record.
Smithy.
Yeah,
That's very
Thank
good.
you very much.
Well done.
Quality.
Well done.
Do I get a round of applause again? You round of applause? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Let's give him a round of applause.
I wasn't actually expecting that.
Very good, mate. Very good.
It's a very entertaining sofa today.
That is an unorthodox.
Any other questions, Temps, for
Yeah.
social media?
This is a good question, actually. It's from Menez_18. If your club didn't exist, who would you support?
That's a great question.
Oh, fantastic.
Well done to you,
Menez. He gets round.
Yeah, come on, Menez, really good round of applause.
Instagram. That's from Instagram.
All right, which way are we going? Which way is it starting? Let's start over there.
Go on, then,
If
Ash.
my club
Yeah.
didn't exist,
Yeah.
who would I support? Right.
Do we want to put rules in place so you don't pick a team like in La Liga or Serie A or something?
Yeah.
So we're going English
It's gotta be
team.
English,
That'd be
yeah.
But
bottom
keep
in the
me English
question,
based,
yeah.
fine. Right.
Oh, wow.
I am
this is
from
hard.
London.
Premier
I
League.
support Man United. I know that is not on, so I would actually, if I had the chance to go again, I'd pick my local team, which would be Fulham.
Fulham.
Yep, Fulham. Lovely, lovely club, lovely ground, old school. I'd be a Fulham fan.
You'd be a Fulham fan.
Come on, you whites, is I believe what they chant.
Right.
Go down the cottage.
I'd be a Newcastle fan. I've always loved Newcastle as a place
Have you?
and the team. Yeah, I've always loved Newcastle, so I go them. And Alan Shearer, when I was growing up, used to.
I mean, it's not a convenient one to go to home matches,
not, is
considering
it?
you live in London.
It isn't, no. It's not at all. But yeah, Newcastle.
Tube Spurs for you, I take it?
No. Does it have to be Premier League?
Yeah.
It doesn't, no.
No, it's
'cause
gonna be
I'd
English,
say
it's gonna be
English.
English.
Oh, can you go first, Dave?
No, you're all right. I'm joking. You know what? It's a tough question. And
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry
no.
to cut there.
No
That's a
worries.
very
You
clever
got yours?
free kick.
I've got mine.
It's a very, very tough question. I think I'd probably support Arsenal, to be honest, because the reason why I'd probably support
Wow.
Arsenal
That's
is because
bold. That's a very
Pardon?
bold decision.
Yeah. The reason why I'd probably support Arsenal is because growing up, everyone supported Arsenal around me. Like,
Right.
Yeah, that's the probably reason I'd probably end up supporting Arsenal if that was the case.
And the other half of CheekySport.
Yeah,
Joel,
yeah.
He's a big Arsenal
He's a big
fan.
Arsenal. He's a big
United.
Arsenal fan. It's that's probably why I'd end up supporting that team. But
That's fair enough.
I wouldn't like
Smithy.
I would say Wolves is my
Wolves,
team.
yeah.
And there's,
Really?
this is Mark the floor manager just giving Tubes his cup of tea.
Hey,
Give up for Mark the floor manager.
Hold on.
There he is.
Lukaku.
There he is.
Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Okay, Mark, don't milk it.
Keeping us
Thanks,
alive.
mate. I'd say Wolves because my dad is a Wolves fan. So I think
yeah,
naturally
see.
Nice.
that would have I would have gone down that route.
How do you become a Spurs fan then?
He basically didn't want to inflict the pain at the time of being a Wolves fan.
So
upon
Come
his
on,
kids.
Valencia!
So let's choose.
Yes! That's how you cut them out.
What's happened?
Oh! Listen. There was a beautiful ball swinging. Valencia out of nowhere. Just came and just cut it out. The chest of Valencia, mate.
All right. So as I was saying, I'd be a Wolves fan, Dave.
Oh, what the hell of Valencia. Yeah, that's
you
a tough
still-
one. Like, I support Man United because of my dad.
Yeah.
So that's, yeah.
See, my dad's a Wolves fan, but didn't at no point wanted to.
He didn't
wanted
want
us
you
to choose.
yeah, he wanted you to choose.
Teams.
My dad
Which
wanted the
why
same.
My brothers, I've got three brothers.
I just
We
refused.
support Tottenham, Watford, Chelsea, and Arsenal.
Oh, wow.
Nightmare.
Oh, wow.
Nightmare growing up,
Wow.
especially as a Spurs fan.
Yeah, that is-
That
Yeah,
size.
Yeah, so you didn't want.
Tubes.
You didn't want
What's
the.
your one?
It's such a great question. And hard for me to answer because my whole family
It's Chelsea.
is Chelsea. The whole family.
You've got to answer it though.
Of course I'll answer it. I don't mind answering it, but I'm just trying to get a reason to say why it would be another team.
Was there
What
a
other
team
teams you
growing up that
admire?
you liked
Yeah.
watching?
Chelsea.
Yeah, besides
Chelsea
Chelsea.
through and through.
You are
I
so-
would say the best way to decide is what ground have you visited and you thought, yeah, this is. I love the atmosphere here. Is fantastic.
Yeah,
Well,
I couldn't
well,
go
the
on.
You can always like fall in love with a
atmosphere-
club, but just
the
watch it.
atmosphere is Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
It's
In
brilliant.
London.
It's
In
amazing.
London.
Yeah. Brilliant. Crystal Palace fans.
What's the best atmosphere? What's the best atmosphere you lot have ever been in, football-wise? Football game.
So
And
it's,
game. The game. What game was it?
Game.
Should we start with Ash? Go on, Ash.
I went to Man United v Rangers in the Champions League where Diego Forlan scored an absolute cracker volley,
Wow.
and I was standing in the Stretford end,
Rangers
and
sounds
it was
good.
fantastic. I was about 16, 17, and my dad had driven me up there. It was very enjoyable.
I remember
Best
watching.
atmosphere.
I watched a pre-season game, Ipswich Town versus Rangers, and Rangers filled out the whole of
Yeah.
one side of the stadium.
They're
with
away
fans.
support.
In
Rangers
a
away support.
pre-season
And
friendly,
Celtic
and
In
they
a
were singing.
pre-season
They were singing the
friendly.
whole game. That isn't the best game I've ever been to, by the way.
Hang on,
terms
Liverpool
of
got a
atmosphere.
chance here.
Chance Liverpool, Tubes.
Bobby Firmino. Oh no.
Oh,
Good tackle.
Vestergaard.
Vestergaard.
Solid.
Good. He's just like not as good version of Van Dijk.
He is.
Vestergaard.
That same size, isn't he?
Reebok. A Reebok version.
Best atmosphere for me. It's a toss-up between when
Oh, hang on,
Arsenal,
sorry, Mane's got a chance.
Come on.
Sorry.
Sloppy Liverpool there.
when
been
Arsenal won the FA Cup 4-0 against Aston Villa.
Yeah.
That was great. But that didn't last long because after the 4th goal, it was just like, yeah. It was probably Arsenal-Leicester last season, first game of the season. I went to that. That was such a good game. Arsenal-Leicester, it was 4-3. We won.
Do you know, amazing atmosphere, I thought,
great.
but one of the best sets of fans was the Championship playoff final, Hull against Sheffield Wednesday. And the Sheffield Wednesday fans, they lost that game as well. You usually get a standing section of fans that would make the noise. It was literally all 3 tiers behind the goal, standing. Just the whole game, just chanting, "We've got Bannan, Barry Bannan," like the whole game. It was amazing.
Barry Bannan.
Amazing.
Great left
really,
foot.
really good. I always thought, and Sheffield United, to be fair as well, I've been to a Spurs-Sheffield United game, which we lost 2-1. John Stead scored. I remember going, I was at Loughborough University at the time, we went to Sheffield United away, and missed the only goal we scored, Jermaine Genius, after 2 minutes. Sheffield United scored 2 goals, we lost 2-1, but they were brilliant as well. So I don't know if it's a Sheffield thing. It's one Sheffield United and one Sheffield Wednesday game, and both fans were amazing.
Yeah, now for me, I had the pleasure last season of going to the Old Firm derby.
Oh, wow.
Did you?
Oh, wow.
Hampden Park. Oh my days.
They're that derby is my favourite to watch.
Yeah.
That's on my bucket list.
Never in my life have I
derby.
experienced such atmosphere in any sort of sporting venue in my entire life.
Really?
All my days.
Who side were you sat with? Celtic fans?
Celtic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best side to be on there,
Yeah. Well, they beat them what was it, 4-0, 4-1 or something like that. But it was just incredible. Like, even before the game, you could just taste it in the air. Like, fans they can't even come together to the game. Like, split up by a police. It's insane.
I went to a...
Goal! Dave, Wolves have scored! Big goal, Dave. Talk us through this.
Oh, no.
How have we missed
Was that Moutinho that scored?
I'm there talking about how
Dave, we did
incredible the
say they've had
atmosphere
more
is.
chances on goal, they've had more shots on target in the first half.
Smithy.
Zaha's made 2 great saves. We're seeing the gaffer there. Talk us through Wolves' equaliser, please.
Listen, what happens is you keep knocking, right?
Yeah.
And the door eventually opens, and that's exactly what happened
not if
here.
it's
That's
locked,
exactly
it
what
doesn't,
happened. No.
If you keep knocking, the door's locked, it will stay shut.
Well, somebody opens it eventually. You know what I mean? That's how you get deliveries. You know?
Finish.
It was absolute
get deliveries.
binners. Now, Luke Shaw weren't able to deal with it.
He did so well there to get that.
And
it's a lovely set.
What is it?
Is that him?
I think
that's Jimenez just knocks it back, doesn't he?
Absolute top bins.
Jimenez just knocks it back to Moutinho, and he has just bent that into the top corner. It's a lovely touch there. Chris Smalling on the deck.
Oh,
this touch is fantastic.
Sake. Smithy, will this be the first time ever, potentially, that United lose? After winning a half.
Nah, stop it. Stop that.
I told you, I'm the most pessimistic United fan there is.
Stop that.
The stat will be, Ash, if United go on to lose this game, this will be the first time in Premier League history that Man United have led at half-time
at Old Trafford
and not lost the game and lost a game.
Yeah.
They've never lost a game.
I can't say I've been watching this game, but does Mourinho do what he used to do at Chelsea? Does he go 1-0 up and then sit back?
No, he hasn't been sitting back.
He's not been doing that.
No, it seems quite open, doesn't it?
Yeah. Quite open.
It does, actually. That's a really good game.
Wolves. When we saw that starting 11, we look at that team, we go, that is a Premier League team.
Yeah.
And that's not a Premier League team that's going to be struggling.
No.
That's a Premier League team that's going to be top 10.
Yeah, I put that out at the start of the season. I said top 12 for Wolves.
They'll sign again in January.
Yeah, I think they'll sign again in
Not
January.
that they'll ever get a game, because they're playing the same first 11, but... Nah.
Who was the last team to finish top 10, do you reckon, after getting promoted? Remember Wigan did really well, didn't they, after they came up?
The best side, having got promoted from the Championship or to the Premier League, was Nottingham Forest, I believe, who finished 3rd in their first season from being promoted. Reading came 7th.
Is that Premier League or
Reading came 2nd in the Premier League. In Premier League history, Nottingham Forest, we were looking at this the other day. Third. That's the highest a promoted team has ever finished.
That's Smithy, I'm
if Wolves finish second, they'll top that, but I don't think they'll quite finish second.
Mate, you're very close to getting another round of applause for that stat. That's unreal.
I'm telling you, listen, my fingers are just woo.
So let's give you a little update of the scores if you're just joining us for the second half. Fulham 1-1 against Watford. That was the early game. Andre Gray and Mitrovic with the goals there. Burnley are currently 2-0 up against Bournemouth. Vidra and Aaron Lennon with the goals. Cardiff Trail 3-0 at home to Man City. Aguero, Bernardo Silva and Gundogan. Palace 0, Newcastle 0. Nothing has happened in that game yet. We need some sort of talking point, hopefully, at some point. Leicester 1, Huddersfield 1. Zanka and Kelechi Iheanacho. Liverpool running riot at home at Anfield against Southampton. Hoot with an own goal. Joel Matip and Mohamed Salah on the stroke of half-time. And Dave, Man United won Wolverhampton Wanderers won.
Yeah, listen.
João Moutinho. How have Wolves been playing since the goal?
Oh, listen, they've been fiery. It's giving them it's giving them a real buzz around the game. They feel like they can get back in it. Look, there again.
Again,
Look,
United.
no, don't do it!
Oh, is it a penalty?
Shoulder to shoulder, mate. Shoulder to shoulder. Never. Is it a penalty?
No way.
Never.
Definitely not. Come on.
Temps, social media. How excited are people
People are
with
very,
what they are witnessing today?
very excited.
Asking some good questions.
I was going to ask. Yeah, I did have
Very
a
good
question.
questions, yeah.
This one's from Twitter. It's from Sant Mars. Hashtag the football social. Who is better, Eden Hazard or KDB?
Ooh.
That's tough.
For me, it's KDB. Who would you rather have in your team, basically? I'd rather have
I think
KDB.
that depends on who your team needs.
It's tough, you know. Yeah, it's
True.
a tough question, you know. That's
tough.
actually. I was about to answer it off the
Either,
cuff.
I'd
Yeah,
say.
but it's a tough
They're
one.
both
Well,
phenomenal players.
Eden Hazard was better at the World Cup.
Yeah, he was.
He was better player at the World Cup. I prefer
I
Eden
thought
Hazard.
they're both good. De Bruyne had a good
Oh,
World
don't
Cup
get me
as
wrong,
well.
they're both world class. No, I mean,
De Bruyne had a good World
Yeah, both
Cup.
incredible.
yeah,
but Hazard was-
Hazard was
yeah,
better. I'd say Eden Hazard.
I'll go KDB then. I'm sticking to my guns. What are you saying, Ash?
I'm going Hazard.
Yeah, I think if you
absolutely
I might go
love him.
Hazard as well. That's what I was,
Absolutely
that's the
love
funny
him.
thing about it is, I don't know.
I'd go Hazard as well.
Yeah,
I'm out on
I'd
Hazard.
rather Eden Hazard.
he just
Oh, City! Oh, Sane has a good
Ash,
chance.
yeah, we haven't come to you yet. 4 games you're watching.
4 games, and
What's
that was,
happening in your game second half?
So I've seen about 20,000 ponchos at Cardiff because it is chucking it down still. Oh! Iheanacho nearly scored again.
I love ponchos.
I love ponchos. Jefferson Lerma came close for Bournemouth, had a long-range strike. Vardy had a chance, actually. He went through at an angle, left-footed. Lersel made a pretty routine save. That was close, actually. Iheanacho, nearly 2-1 Leicester. But, yeah, other than thousands of ponchos and wet Cardiff, there's not that much going on yet.
Okay.
Actually, Newcastle look more dangerous in this second half. They are turning the screw.
It's a big
I
game
believe,
for
as-
Newcastle, that, isn't it? They've been
Oh, mate, massive. They
you
need
know,
to start
a win in
picking up
any
wins.
competition
They
so
need
far
to.
this season. They badly need a win today.
They do. And they're playing a little bit better. Shelby put in a dangerous free kick. No one got on the end of it. They actually wanted a penalty, but it would have been very soft. But, yep, nothing yet. I will shout if more goals go in.
Yeah,
Don't you
keep
worry.
shouting. And the noises are fine as well.
Oh, Sane's missed a very good chance. He should be burying that. It's Aguero's shot. Etheridge has saved it, and it's bounced up to him like 6 yards out, and he's just spooned it.
got it.
It's not even gone off the pitch. It's just a terrible strike.
Oh,
Good hair, Leroy Sané, though.
Great hair.
Lovely hair, yeah.
Yeah.
Wolves looking a bit dangerous, Dave.
They are.
Yeah.
They are. But you know what it is? Man, United are playing pretty decent. The problem is we just can't get that final ball. That final ball is what we're lacking at the moment. So, listen, I'm still confident we'll win this game.
Would you make any
2-1.
changes? How
2-1,
far
3-1.
in are we? Would you make any changes
Not yet. Probably at 65.
yet? Martial on the bench,
Yeah.
maybe, to come and make a difference?
I wonder what that relationship
Bring
is
him in.
between Nuno and Mourinho. Because Mourinho coached Nuno, didn't he?
He was at Porto, wasn't he, with him?
Yep.
He didn't play him, really.
Oh, really?
Left him on the bench. I wonder what they're like now. It's like, all right.
He said he was waxing. He was waxing lyrical about him. He was waxing lyrical about him this week, and Nuno was like, it means like so much.
Dave, talking about subs, it looks like a couple of United players getting warm there.
Yeah, no, it's Ashley Young.
Oh, what?
Good sub, you think that?
Is that
I
what
don't
we
know
need?
how much he's going to offer to the
You need attackers, don't
the
you?
attack. Yeah, exactly. That's not what I'm.
Unless Luke Shaw's picked up a knot that we've missed.
Price boost on your screen now, courtesy of our friends at Sky Bet. Lukaku to score the third goal. Was 6-1, now at 7-1. Don't forget, you must be 18 plus. Full terms and conditions apply. Tubes, Liverpool, Southampton. How's the second half going?
Liverpool have just basically did their work first half, really, Adam.
Come on.
They're comfortable. There's not much going on, to be honest. They're just take it.
Think they'll start resting a few players?
I think so, yeah. Second half's a stroll. Shaqiri's already gone
Late.
off.
Fellaini.
Yeah, I mean, it's done. It's finished.
Sometimes I forget your name's Adam. I've never called you Adam.
When Tubes...
You know what, I actually was shocked myself calling him Adam.
Yeah, so was I.
Yeah, I don't know.
So was I,
Peter. Adam.
Is your name Cheeky or Dave?
We did a shoot once, me and Tubes, and on the call sheet it said people attending, people and Peter and Adam, and everyone went, oh, Tubes and Smithy, yeah, Peter and Adam.
Who the hell is Who is that?
And Cheeky.
Listen, to be honest with you, credit to Wolves. They've just been breaking up play with constant fouls. Just constant. Just
a
relentless.
big part of Wolves.
Just relentless.
I've watched a lot of Wolves this season.
Absolutely, just relentless with the fouling.
But this
Like, just
season,
jumped in.
Neves and Moutinho are so key for Wolves,
They
aren't
are
they?
absolutely
So key.
Absolutely. Yeah, they've both had brilliant games so far,
Yeah.
to be honest with you. But listen, they know that if you let Man United play the ball around for too long, they're going to find a gap. They're going to find a way, and that's why they're just consistently breaking up play by.
I think they're going to score the next goal, Dave. I've got to be honest. I think they're going to.
Wolves.
I actually.
Wolves will score the next goal.
60 minutes gone. You said 65 is when you'd be
Mystic
making
Cubes.
changes, Dave.
Yep, it's 5 more minutes.
I fancy that Lukaku bet. That price
Well,
bet.
it's
That looks
71,
quite
yeah,
tasty
yeah,
to get the
71,
third
yeah.
goal. That's one I'd jump on.
How's Paul Pogba been playing? I haven't really been watching.
He's got the best boots on.
Yeah, he does. He does. No, he's been playing pretty well. He made the assist for the goal. Absolutely brilliant.
That was a really nice touch,
That was
yeah.
amazing,
Yeah.
to be fair.
He had a great midweek in the Champions League.
Pogba! Oh!
Speaking of him.
Shot
Yeah,
for he
yeah.
loves a shot from distance,
It's like
doesn't
that
he,
ball.
Pogba?
That ball looked like it was speeding up in the air, mate.
Oh,
Quality.
chance! Oh, chance!
Oh, go on,
De Potre, he must be the slowest Premier League centre forward. He looked like he was taking about 20 minutes to get there. If he was a bit quicker, he's through 1-on-1.
David Wagner's not happy.
No, he's not. He's got a nice cap on though.
What's he complaining about?
I think he's complaining it was a foul. He got dragged back.
Hey.
Good through ball. And yeah, if he's a bit. Oh, Fred's off.
There you have it. There's my change. There's my change.
Change at Old Trafford.
Uh-huh.
What's the substitution, Dave?
Martial and Matt's coming on.
Martial and Mata.
Yep.
Oh wow,
Fred and
that's
Alexis are
a
off.
bold change.
Come on, Marshall.
Yep.
I was gutted when Juan Mata left Chelsea.
Oh, listen,
He's got to be the nicest man in football.
he is the nicest
He's
man
the
in football.
nicest man in
The
football.
nicest man in world football, honestly. for
If
me.
I could go for a cup of tea with a footballer, I would pick Juan Mata over everyone else.
Yep.
Yeah, he's such a nice
I don't know if I want to go on a night out with him. He might be a bit sensible.
Do you know what? He'll be a good wingman, though. He'll talk you up all night. You see what I'm saying? You probably wouldn't even need to. Don't say anything. You just go and sit by the bar. Matt will just, you know what I mean? Matt will do it for
Do
you.
you know what I love about this? Whenever you ask who would you like to go for a drink with, play around, you really like analyse where you'd stand at the bar, how loud the music would be. where you'd go. I think they generally just mean who'd you like to go,
No,
go
mate,
out
I've got a
with.
vision. They've got to visualise the
On a
whole
night
thing.
out.
That would be
It's
amazing
real.
to see, wouldn't it? Cheeky Dave and Juan Mata in
Yeah, I'm telling you, mate.
Yeah.
Just be in fun.
Right now, yeah.
What? Do you want a drink? Come on! Yeah, okay.
Have tea?
Also, it doesn't matter how loud the music is if you're there, Dave.
Where's that Wagner? I can't hear his voice.
Do you know what? I was at a playoff game at Wembley. It was a playoff final, it wasn't that. And me and Laura just on a Facebook Live on Soccer AM pitch side. I think it was the Championship playoff final when Huddersfield beat Reading. And we heard this noise. This is a true story, isn't it? From outside, we were outside Wembley and we heard this noise like 5 minutes and what's this commotion? It was you and Joel, and you can hear them, honestly, from the other side of Wembley, just screaming and shouting. It's great. You do love your fan cams are brilliant.
Thank you. Well, thank you.
When is your next one? Where are you going next?
It's next week. Where are we heading? Well, tomorrow, actually. Tomorrow.
Yeah.
West Ham, Chelsea.
Oh, you West Ham Chelsea?
Yeah, strong
Are
one.
you at that one,
I
Tubes?
always used to see you outside Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, always. That's where I met Tubes.
Was it? Yeah.
Outside the bridge.
They are good. Joel and Dave
How did that
are
all
not
start?
afraid
What,
to
CheekySport?
ask a question.
Oh, mate, just used to banter each other on WhatsApp all the time anytime football's on or regarding anything to do with football. We used to just have a little laugh and used to have a little banter. And then we thought, you know what, let's just get ourselves together and just do it real life and do it live.
Yeah.
And so we started filming some debate shows, and that was good fun. But we couldn't get everyone, the whole group together all the time. So we're like, you know what we're going to do is we're going to do these debate shows once a month, and then all the other weeks we're just going to go and debate. Just going to go and banter random people in the streets at games. And then we never did a debate show since.
And you're not afraid. You're not afraid to ask
footballers
any question to
anyone.
any fan.
Yeah.
That's
Any
a
fan,
big part of it, isn't
to any
it?
fan,
You're very
any footballer.
confident.
Yeah.
What's the worst response you've got?
Keep it clean.
I don't know. To be honest, I don't really get bad responses. To be honest,
that's good.
nah. Just make sure. What you got to do? You got to make sure you go to the gym. You see what I'm saying? People see the chest. They see the.
I mean,
when they see the
does go to the
physique.
gym, yeah.
bit different for me. They just look at the boobs. Nuno, like that, up and down.
Temps,
Yeah.
Twitter questions, social media.
Got another really good question actually. It's from Migusta at 956 on Twitter. Who is your club's most overrated player?
What, in
Good
history?
question.
This is really
I'd say
good.
let's
I
go
like
current.
this.
He hasn't said, but
Honestly,
let's-
the questions this
Overrated
week
player.
have been absolutely... What a goal! Oh, James Maddison, what a free kick!
What's the season he's had, by the way?
Mate,
What a
he looks
season.
like such a good Premier League player. He's come from the Championship and he's absolutely... Honestly, is that his third goal, I think, of the season? Fantastic free kick. It's about 25 yards out and he's bent it in. 2-1 Leicester. What a goal. What a goal by Maddison.
My days. I saw him on Thursday night at the FIFA event, mate. Upset.
There he is.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
a
he wasn't-
cracking free
Should the
kick.
keeper be saving that?
Yeah.
No.
He was fuming.
No?
with
No,
himself.
he's done very well.
no.
No, look at that. He's
No.
got a full stretch.
I don't know.
James, do you think
Denying us of that beautiful goal? No.
No, no
No,
way.
I feel like he has got to
He's
save
got his
that,
feet
yeah.
all wrong.
That's a
Ooh.
cracker.
He has got to
No, he's
save
got
that.
to be saving that.
Oh, goal at City. 4-0.
No, Mahrez.
Oh, Riyad Mahrez. That's his first goal for City, I think, isn't it?
Oh, who was that? Was that for Lingard?
It's all going on.
Oh,
There's
my
goals galore.
days.
Ash, we'll go to you
Freaking heck.
first for the
I
goal.
can't.
Dave, then pay attention because we're going to you in a minute.
I can't handle this. This is all too much. My heart's in bits. Lingard.
No, Man City.
sorry.
You're doing Man City.
I don't like City. They've got 4-0 up. Right. Nice little build-up down the left-hand side. Ball put across the box, and it is a tap-in for Riyad Mahrez. Can't quite see who got the
score now?
assist.
Is it
4-0 that is now.
4-0 Man City.
Oh, God.
Lovely pass. He cannot
Lovely
miss from there.
pass.
Dave, chance for your game.
Yeah. Quality ball across the face of the 18-yard box from Martial over to Jesse Lingard. Jesse Lingard just...
Here we go.
Let it go! Oh!
He can't miss that.
Rom!
misses
Oh!
Too many big-
Romelu Lukaku. Freaking heck. That should have been a
That's a
guarantee.
oh, he's offside.
And he was
He's
offside. He's lucky.
Spared his blushes.
He's lucky he's mate. He's
you
lucky
can't
he was
miss that.
offside there. Shocking.
That's
not-
a
Is he
great
even
call.
offside? Wasn't
That's a
offside?
great call
He's
by
onside.
linesman.
Oh,
He's got to be scoring
He's
that.
saved
got to
it.
be putting that
That is
into
a
the...
point-blank header.
That
Straight to
should be
Lukaku.
That's
rippling the onion bag.
That's like the chance to get Spurs. If he puts that
See what I'm
chance to get
saying?
Spurs, you don't
Different
win that
game.
game.
Yeah, that's so true.
Ilkay Gundogan got the
that's the
assist, by the
difference.
way, for Man City.
That's the difference there when
any
we're talking
fancy
about a Man
players
United
watching?
player.
Yep.
He needs to be putting that away.
Unreal.
Needs
That was
to
a
be.
funny 5 minutes, wasn't it?
Most overrated
Lovely
player at your
stuff.
club. Let's go.
Most overrated player at your club.
Most
Ooh,
overrated
tough
player at
one.
our club. Do you want me to start?
You can start, Ash.
Go on,
I'm
Ash.
sorry to say it, but Alexis Sánchez.
Oh.
He's just not done it. He's not done anything for United. Genuinely, since he's been here, he's not done anything for
That
us.
burns because his name's on the back of my shirt.
I know, sorry, Dave.
Overrated player. Tough, that.
I think so. Unless you can think of anyone else that you think's overrated at our club.
No.
No?
I think he might be right. to be
Oh,
honest.
really?
Yeah.
Tough one. James, what are you saying?
Well, I hate knocking my own players.
Yeah.
Don't want to say my own players. I don't own the club, but
Not yet, anyway.
it has to
Good.
be. It has to be Alvaro Morata because he's just not done it.
Yeah.
I mean, we bought him for a lot of money,
Yeah.
and I just think the poor lad's his confidence is completely gone, and he just doesn't. I mean, I didn't know much. I knew his record was unbelievable, his Madrid record and playing for Juventus.
Yeah.
But I can't see that. I can't see that
see
player
that
at
player.
Chelsea. It's like
Do you reckon it's your system? Do you reckon it's the managers just not getting the best out of him? Because he's a very good footballer, isn't he? He's technical, he's very good,
Yeah.
and he's scored a lot of goals elsewhere. Do you think he'd work in another team?
I think it's the pace of the Premier League.
Maybe.
I don't think you can blame managers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's his touch, it's his hold-up play. You know, he started well last
He did,
season.
he did.
Yeah.
He got a
Most of
hat-trick
his-
at Stoke, didn't he?
I always
Yeah,
think it's-
and do you know what? And that second goal, sorry to interrupt.
Go on.
The second goal, when he skinned the defence, ran round and bent it, and I was
yeah.
like, oh, wow, this
Unbelievable,
is the
isn't it?
guy I know that we've signed. But since that game, he hasn't done it. He scored
Yeah.
a good header against United. So when you say overrated, he's just not playing well. But not many people are rating him. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's why it's a
that's
tough one.
yeah.
yeah, so it's not overrated.
what
It's
I'm
not like
saying.
it's a good
Mine would be-
question, but
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Mine would be overrated by the manager at the moment at Arsenal. Petr Cech is overrated by the manager. He's being forced to play a system that he's not used to. or
And playing out from the
adapt
back, that's never been Petr Cech's game, is it? Like, I
been
feel
so
a bit
bad
for
at
Petr Cech because if you're playing him in goal, if you want to play that way, then play Leno because
Exactly.
that's how he plays.
Yeah.
If you don't want to play that way, play Petr Cech, but then don't pass the ball back to him all the time because it's not his game.
He's almost scored like a few own goals trying to pass it forward. Which is unreal. Like, you're passing it forward, he's somehow going off over here. It's nuts. Another player would be, I love him. I really love this player, but Danny Welbeck. He's playing at such a high level of football, and I don't know how. Scores with his shin. Scores more
It's
goals.
interesting we're all going
with his
strikers.
shin.
It's interesting because when you said Morata, again, I think about Llorente for us, and when we signed him, everyone said great player, but
But you didn't sign him to play.
No, we didn't. We didn't sign him to play, but he was like, we need another striker in case something happens to Kane. But it's got to the stage now where if Kane doesn't play or there's a substitution, they'll then end up... Poch will prefer to play Son in a false nine than actually Llorente, who is a striker. So it's... But again, it's similar to what you said about Morata. He's not massively rated, but it's a good question.
It is a good question.
It's a good question, but, you know, Morata, I think it's a Premier League. I don't think he can get the pace of it. It's just every aspect of his game looks like it's just gone. And I've seen him a few times in Cobham High Street. And obviously, I don't know him. I've not spoken to him. But
his demeanour.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It doesn't look like he's enjoying his time.
Also, that
in
position,
England.
his confidence is huge when you're a striker, isn't it? I mean, it's if you're having a bad run of games. And the thing for me about Morata is that he does show qualities of being a really good footballer, but it's his misses are high profile. I remember that one-on-one he had at Burnley. Do you remember that? When he dragged it wide. And they're sort of like high-profile misses, aren't they?
Yeah.
It was like Torres had that famous one at Old Trafford for Chelsea. And it was like, it's...
Fellaini! Oh!
Those chances that get magnified a lot and that people go, I don't think he can cut it in the Premier League. Because he's not a bad player. He played Real Madrid and Juventus. He's clearly not a bad player.
No, he's not a bad football player. But Smithy, like, I'm not even talking about the missed chances. I'm talking about basic stuff like holding the ball up.
Yeah,
like you see Giroud last week. He's like, they're pinging it up to him, bang, stops it.
he's good.
Hazard's like,
he's underrated, Giroud, isn't he?
He is class. I like the guy. I've always rated him since he was at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Well, you're fans. I don't know about you personally. You know what I mean? Your fans, you lot. But I know your fans couldn't stand him, like for the most part, to be honest. But I think he's such a brilliant player that
his record of goals off the bench for Arsenal as well was just like
absolutely.
Have you seen his stats when he plays with Hazard?
So
Morata's stats with Hazard and Giroud's. Hazard just becomes a better player. He scores more goals with Giroud around him.
Do you know what as well?
Post-match last week basically just said, he was basically saying, sorry, please play Giroud.
Really?
Yeah. He was like, he's the best in the world at holding the ball up.
Yeah.
I'm gutted.
And it was the same in the World Cup as well, because everyone... The famous stat in the World Cup...
Oh, Pogba, that is wonderful.
It's sensational.
The famous stat in the World Cup was Giroud didn't score a goal in any of the games featuring every match for France.
They won the World Cup.
But what I will say is France didn't start Giroud in the first game, and they played with Mbappe as a 9, I think, and their whole system didn't work. As soon as Giroud played in that number 9 role, it opened up the floodgates.
That's how they won the
Another question on the screen.
Cup,
Ads, have you got a question for us on screen, I believe?
Is this the one that I've got in front of me? This is. Alex Schofield says, who do you think is the best value signing of the season so far?
Ooh, I'm gonna go in with that.
Go on.
Not best of the season, but value signing. If we're talking about value for money, Shaqiri was something like 7 million or something. Yeah, that was 13. I think you'll be able to tell me.
It was 13. Was it 13 million? That's still very cheap.
Incredible value for money when you think
he won't play a lot.
No, he won't play a lot, but value for money, that's a snip for a player that is...
You say value for money, but it depends how many times he plays.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool in a lot of competition, I think he'll feature in a lot of games.
He is the best.
I think he'll feature in a lot of games. Whether he'll start, I don't think he'll start in Liverpool's strongest 11. He started today, but I think value for money-wise, fantastic signing.
I'd agree. Although the player that Leicester brought in...
Madison.
No. Well, Madison was actually a solid.
What was that, like 21 million, I think?
But I'm thinking about the player they brought in to replace Mahrez.
Oh, Gazelle.
Yeah. I think that was.
He could become a good player,
Yeah,
but he got taken off
exactly.
at half time in this game. I don't know if he was injured or just tactical change, but he was brought off. But when he settles in, it looks like he might be quite a good player actually.
Substitution at Old Trafford. It's the classic sub that Wolves always make. Adama Traore hasn't started a Premier League game yet for Wolves, but always seems to come on.
What minute is he
at this
come on?
moment? What minute is it? You said 65.
Told you,
I
70th
think we're into
minute.
70 odd minutes. Now, this is a player that would worry me if I was a Man United fan now.
Absolutely.
And a Man United player.
Well, Man United has also made a change as well. Andreas Pereira's come on. I think he is going to be in charge of... He's going to be responsible for trying to
what a finish. What a goal. 3-1 Leicester. Jamie Vardy through one-on-one at the angle and just a dinked finish over the keeper. That is brilliant. And that, I reckon, wraps it up for Leicester. That's 3-1, and that should be 3 points as well. Great finish by Vardy.
How are the other games going? Newcastle, Palace. Anything happening in that
Still
one?
0-0. Palace have brought on the big striker Sorloth for Ayew. But again, no real massive chances. The Burnley game, Bournemouth, they've come back into it, but they still can't get a goal. Joe Hart actually made a really good save.
Lovely goal, isn't it,
good
from
finish.
Vardy?
Vardy's finish was really, really nice.
Vardy's finish,
I was
yeah.
gutted he retired from international
So was
football.
I, and
Yeah,
so
he's still off on a
surprised
lot,
as well.
can't he?
Yeah. So
I
silly.
could not
Literally
understand that.
Oh, what
Quality.
It's a really good finish, isn't
Corner.
What a
Because
great
you
finish.
look at England, and they're not. There's only really Harry Kane.
Yeah,
in that. We're so short of strikers
Yeah.
that he's going to feature a
At some
lot.
point. Yeah.
And he'd
brilliant.
definitely be in the Euro squad and see us. I couldn't believe that's it. And because he started his international career quite late, because he came from non-league, he hasn't
That's why I
played
was so
that many times.
That's why I was so
So
surprised.
shocked about that.
So
Chance for
surprised.
United?
Here he goes, speed demon. He's so quick.
Oh, he's rapid, isn't he?
Yeah. Imagine that running towards you. You'd be like, oh, just foul him. Just trip him.
Let's have a little roundup of the Championship while there's some quiet moments in a lot of these games. Just seeing Neil Warnock, you're right, he looks absolutely
Can't
drenched
see a
in that.
thing.
Villa are 1-0 down at home to Sheffield Wednesday. Derby, Frank Lampard's Derby, 3-1. They lead Brentford. They were 1-0 down in that. Ipswich, nil Bolton down to 10 men. Leeds, the big surprise in the Championship. Leeds 2-0 down at home to Birmingham City. Middlesbrough, Swansea is 0-0. Nottingham Forest, Rotherham is 0-0. Reading 2-0 they lead now against Hull City. Sheffield United 2-0 up against Preston. Stoke are trailing 3-0 at home to Blackburn. It's not been a great start to life in the Championship for Stoke City. West Brom have just scored a second goal at home to Millwall, so loads of games in the Championship. That is an impossible league to call the Championship, isn't it?
It is.
Absolutely nuts.
Anyone can beat anyone. Free kick. This going to be Pogba for you, Dave?
Yeah.
Quite far out,
Is
though.
he going to shoot from here?
Is he going to shoot from here, do you think?
I tell you what, we're talking about bargain signings. Wolves, Matinho and Patricio, both very cheap and both
Patricio was
excellent
free as
players.
well, wasn't he?
Patricio's free from
free,
Sporting
yeah.
Lisbon, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Great.
And Matinho was, I think, about 5 million from Monaco.
Matinho's the third highest capped Portuguese player of all time.
No, he's not.
Oh, Pogba! Oh! God,
He
he's
is,
caught that
yes,
so well.
The keeper looked
After, I
annoyed.
believe, Figo and Ronaldo.
Wow, really?
I said, how dare you?
Yeah, it looks
Dare
good.
you have a shot?
38 yards out.
We just saw Neil Warnock there looking absolutely drenched. What does he do now? 4-0 down at home to Man City. There's nothing.
Go home.
Do you shut up shop and just try and not make it 5 or 6? Or do you try and get a consolation, give the fans
Try and
something
score.
to cheer?
Try and score for the fans.
I say
Yeah.
you just zone out and pretend it's not happening. Wait for it to
about-
be over.
Wait for it all to end.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest,
does
it
it
doesn't
matter?
matter if they lose 8-1, as long as they score a goal. It's like, what would you
about
rather?
30
You might as well go.
minutes to
You might as
go.
yeah, you might as
Would you rather
We're
win?
going to have to just go for it.
Yeah,
It's
right.
interesting because
Yeah,
chance for Man United.
Oh, Martial.
Half chance.
Oh.
Pogba edge of the box.
Go on then. Go on then,
Good little run
Martial.
of spell this for United.
Nice to see
And it's,
Andres Pereira come on, actually.
It's
for United.
interesting, Ash, because I did an interview with Neil Warnock a couple of weeks ago, and he's got a board in his office, in his manager's office, with all the fixtures, and his September, he kept pointing to it and saying, look, our September, because they have their September of
Get a bad
fixtures.
run.
I think it was Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal. It's a horrific run of games they've got, and he was all saying, you know,
Look at
it's,
Traore.
Yeah, just Traore. Just
Wow.
it's one of those months where you just think, you know,
If you can get anything,
you
you're
can get
happy.
anything, it's a bonus,
Yeah,
but they
of
do
course.
need to get something, of course.
Yeah, they do, because they could start slipping away a little bit, and you don't want a gap to open this early in the season, do you?
Chief, substitution in your game.
Yeah, Charlie Austin on for Shane Long. I don't. Pointless. Just to give him some
game's
minutes.
done,
I
isn't
think.
it?
Charlie,
I like Charlie Austin. He seems like a nice bloke. He's
Lovely
he's
bloke.
on Soccer
Lovely
M, isn't
bloke,
he?
yeah.
He seems
great
like
goal
a good
scorer
guy.
as well.
Big friend of Soccer M, isn't he? Been on,
Yeah.
been on many times.
And it's just, but like us, Liverpool. You know, it could be 4 here.
Salah.
Yeah, chance for Salah.
Oh no,
he
this
shrugged
game's
him off
come
like
well.
Big blow not being able to fill Danny Ings' shoes, isn't he? 'Cause he's had a good start. Obviously, he can't play because he's on loan from Liverpool, but
Big miss.
seems like a big loss in this game. Ooh.
And that's a great signing from Southampton.
Martinez
Yeah.
coming off.
Yeah,
That is.
yeah, because they've struggled for goals, Southampton. So
Good save.
it's definitely what they need. Substitution, Dave, in your game? They're just showing a replay of the goal. I know you look very disappointed watching this back, don't you?
Yeah.
Martinez coming off, isn't he?
Fantastic finish though.
But
isn't it?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could, there's no one you can blame. You can't.
There's my mate Nuno.
You going to speak to him
Yeah.
afterwards, Tubes?
Yeah, I could probably
Send
give
him a
him a
text.
WhatsApp. Yeah.
FaceTime.
Yeah.
Why not? We've got another question from Twitter.
Ooh.
Don't know how good everyone's championship knowledge is. Who do you think will get relegated? Oh no, sorry, that's wrong. Because I put championship, it's thrown me off. Who do you think will get relegated to the championship after this starts the season? This is from Casper on Twitter.
I'm wearing Huddersfield and Cardiff. I don't know who the last one is. I don't know who the third.
Yeah, I think Cardiff will struggle. It's tough this early on, isn't
Cardiff
it?
Huddersfield
We
are
said-
sure things, surely, aren't
Yeah.
they? Yeah, I can't think of the third one.
Yeah, let us know. Put it out. Put it out as a poll.
I'll put it out as a poll.
Let us know. Keep the questions coming. Don't forget to put the hashtag #TheFootballSocial in all the tweets, or you can do it in the comments on Facebook, YouTube. We are everywhere, aren't we? Remind the viewers where we are right now.
Where are we right now? We are on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and you can tweet us at Football Daily, at SoccerAM. Just have to use the Football Social hashtag, and we will answer those questions.
The hashtag is on screen right now. There it is.
The next question is something a bit different. We haven't really spoke about teams outside of the Premier League. This one's about PSG. It's from Furman, who says, why is everyone writing off PSG the same way they wrote off Real Madrid in the last campaign?
Is everyone writing off PSG?
In terms of the Champions League, like winning the Champions League, what are the thoughts on PSG so
I thought
far?
they really missed Verratti.
It's only one game, isn't it?
I thought they really missed Verratti in centre mid the other night. I think they played Marquinhos there, didn't they? And he doesn't do the same job that Verratti does. He just holds onto the ball so well and uses it so well. I've got to say, I think PSG are the coolest club in football. That kit,
After the Jordan.
That kit is
unbelievable.
That's what I mean.
special.
I've got to be honest, but no one's writing them off, but they were toilet.
They weren't great,
Also, I think there's a bit of a
awful.
misconception with PSG because everyone goes their front three is quite rightly so is amazing, but I don't think they're that great at the back. PSG, and they're very slow in their build-up play.
Yeah.
Apart from when they've got Mbappe on the ball, it was sort of 2-1 down against Liverpool. They were lucky to equalise. Liverpool were all over them.
They were awful.
They were terrible, weren't they?
They were like, I'm sorry, like, however good Neymar is, the geezer, just defending does not come into his mind.
Yeah.
And he lets people walk past him, run past him.
I don't think he was that bad.
Oh, what a
I
chance.
think he was still really good.
Oh,
in
what a
comparison
chance
to-
for Sacco.
Chance.
Palace game. It's come over. The keeper's missed it
Oh!
completely. It's an open
wow.
goal.
Wow, is this one of the misses in the season, Ash?
Oh, Mamadou Sakho, he'll be gutted. I think that's got to be up there. Dubravka's had a mare. He's just missed it. It's an empty
was
goal. He just
awful.
has to nod it in.
He knows it as well.
Oh,
And the rain is starting again at
the rain
Selhurst
is
Park now.
teeming down.
Is that the best bit of action?
That's the best chance.
That
That's
you've
the best.
seen
That's
at
the
Selhurst
best
Park?
Any noise you've made.
Oh, goal for
Burnley!
Burnley! Oh, Ashley Barnes. Ashley
huge.
Barnes bagged. I think that might be his first goal of the season. Goal, cross came in, volley, hit the post, and he's there to mop it up and make it 4-0 Burnley. Oh, I'm so sorry. I think Burnley would win. That is
We're gonna
such
get
a
the
bad
win.
shout, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's really
Sorry,
bad.
lads.
mad
Acker's done
today.
with, but 4-0 Burnley. They'll be really happy with that.
4-0 Burnley.
Where's
They'll be
that
delighted
come
with
from?
that. Yeah, I know. Exactly.
That's terrible.
That's
That's
always
why I
going
put
to happen.
Bournemouth.
That's always going to happen.
Oh, sorry, 3-0 Burnley.
I was
My
gonna say,
mistake.
it's not 4-0,
I
is
got
it?
too excited. It's 4-0 City, it's 3-0 Burnley. I got too excited. Goals going in everywhere.
Yeah, give us an update of all of the scores in all of your games, Ash.
Pressure is on with that
You've got
question.
this. You've got this.
Burnley are 3-0 up. It is 4-0 to Man City, 0-0 Palace, and 3-1 to Leicester.
So we need a goal in the Palace game.
Oh, that's a massive chance for Huddersfield. Depache, he should have scored. He's 6 yards out. He's headed it straight into Schmeichel's hands. He's got to score there to get him back into it. Because actually, Leicester looked quite comfortable and looked like they were running away with it. And United are still 1-1.
Getting back to PSG, I just thought they were absolutely dreadful.
Yeah, they weren't great.
Joey Barton said that he said Neymar is the Kim Kardashian of football, meaning he's
What does that mean?
more of a PR than an actual quality player.
No,
But he doesn't like.
He's a great player.
He doesn't like him, does yeah. Joe Barton doesn't like Neymar.
Quite a good player, isn't he?
Neymar is a great Neymar is a great football player.
Such a bad shout.
But
I know.
when we're talking about a team, and people who are going to go and win the Champions League, you can't have individuals just doing what they want.
Yeah.
They were
true.
just like,
At moments in the game, you need those players to.
Oh, is that a
yeah,
pen?
yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
What's he given?
This is a chance.
Let's go to Ash.
chance.
Ash, what's
This is
happening in
a
your
No,
game?
I don't think it looked like it was a really strong tackle in the box. He's actually given a free kick just outside the box for Bournemouth, but Pereira standing over a free kick for United in the 84th minute. Andreas Pereira, what's he got?
Oh,
Straight at the wall.
So it didn't
Nothing.
matter.
Terrible.
There's going to be a lot of injury time in this game because.
Chance for United!
Oh, my days!
It's a mix-up at the back.
What a tackle, by the way. That is fantastic
A mix-up at the
defending.
back for Wolves, nearly costly.
Oh, Luke Shaw's done well on the Adama Traore there.
And Man
See,
United
that's what I mean
still
about
going forward.
Traore.
Yeah.
Wolves at the back.
It's sloppy, isn't it?
A little bit,
Yeah.
listen, a little bit shaky. You know what it is, to be honest with you, is sometimes I think our players in the box don't react quick enough. When we, I was looking back on the old tapes, as you do every now and then.
VHS?
As you do. Yeah, I mean, it's a little VHS, you know. No, just watching back on Hernandez, Chicharito. Every time someone hit the ball,
I miss him.
he was just running at the keeper every single time, just in case the ball spills. And we had an opportunity a little while ago, and Lukaku just stood there, and it's like the keeper spilled the ball. If we had players that were a little bit more sharper, a little more quicker,
he was an instinctive goal scorer, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Instinctive.
Chance of United.
Oh, that's shocking.
Lukaku, next goal scorer, 14-1 with Sky Bet. 14-1 with Sky Bet, so...
I'll tell you what, this is a fantastic result for Wolves if they can hold on to this. United, 3 wins in a row, coming to Old Trafford as a promoted team and getting a draw.
And the confidence Wolves will have, having drawn to City at home, go to Old Trafford, and if they get a point there, another substitution Wolves are bringing on. Interesting to see how this one plays out. We're in the 85th minute in a lot of the games.
So you're saying it's
Lukaku price, but it's just gone to 16-1. Next goal scorer.
It's a great result for Wolves, but it's a terrible result for Man United.
Yeah, terrible.
They're in trouble. They're in trouble of just falling behind big time.
Absolutely.
Already.
Absolutely. Only 6 games in. So, listen.
Do you know what I mean?
I still think. Listen, there's time to pull this out. There's definitely time to dig this out. We're gonna get a decent amount of added time as well at the end because of
if it stays like this, 8 points behind Liverpool, Man United will be.
That's big.
That's big. I know it's early, but
Sorry to
6 games gone or whatever, but 8 points.
8 points.
I can't see Liverpool, Man City losing 3 games.
oh, Phil Foden.
Can't see it all season, Tubes.
In the Premier
I
League.
can't see City losing
No, you
3
can't
games
see
this
it all
season.
season.
No chance.
No way.
Phil Foden's had a decent chance for City.
done. The Premier League's done.
He went
It's
through.
done. Pack it is done.
I'm not being one of those who's
Top
going, no,
4
it's
race.
over. But it's going to be up. If
it's
you
tough,
don't get a result here,
Oh,
that's 8
handbags. Oh, a little bit
Oh, it's something going
argy-bargy.
on at Palace.
Oh, lovely
it's all
stuff. Look
happening.
at
Tell
this.
us what's going on. There's some action at
Oh,
Sellers
yes,
podcast.
come on, Zaha and Kennedy, head to head. Oh, lovely little battle there. Probably over nothing, but Zaha's calling him out. Go on, come on.
It's interesting because Zaha made the point in his
He did.
post-match
He did, yeah.
interview after the last game.
Oh, goal Burnley. It now is 4-0 and it's Ashley Barnes. And look at that. That's 2 for Ashley
all
Barnes
going
off the
on.
bench.
Bournemouth going to get a result there, I think.
Bournemouth are still in this.
It's not over yet.
There's
It's
a
not
few
over
minutes
yet.
to go. They could score 5 goals. Jermaine Defoe's playing. He's got over 100 Premier League goals. Come on. Don't do him with disrespect like that. Ashley Barnes again.
What happened at Palace?
So it is now 4-0, Ash, just to clarify.
It's now 4-0.
So you were just
I can
calling it
confirm.
earlier than
I
it
called it
happened.
early. If you got on that on Sky Bet, you owe me a cut, please.
Here's the replay. Talk us through it.
I think it's Aaron Lennon down the right, teasing his man, cuts it back, and that's just
Nice finish.
That's a lovely finish. That's a proper goal scorer's finish. That Lennon facing up Lerma, tucks it inside to Barnes, and just tucks it into the bottom corner. 4-0. Burnley will be delighted with that comfortable result. Pogba!
And the Zaha incident, what happened there?
They haven't actually shown a replay. It just looked like handbags. I think you might be right. It might be the premeditated.
It's interesting,
Zaha
isn't it?
saying-
Zaha said that.
Yeah.
It's very strong. He said, what do they have to do? Break my leg in order for
true.
this to stop happening. He says he gets targeted.
Yeah.
He's obviously
he's
very
got a fair-
technically
Oh,
gifted.
5-0 City!
got a fair
Blimey.
Yeah. Who's
Another
that?
goal. Mahrez again.
Oh, Mahrez.
He got the ball on the edge of the box, just a little shimmy to the left and bent it in. Guardiola's clapping along, delighted. Arteta with a big grin on his face on the bench. 5-0 City. They
so
are
4-0
cruising.
Burnley, 5-0 Man City.
Goals galore.
Yeah.
That's what we wanted. We wanted goals.
We wanted goals galore. And
Controversy.
we're getting goals galore. Huge goal,
Mo Salah. Oh, no, it's offside.
Ah, good.
It's offside.
Ah.
I thought my points were up.
That was like...
It is
that was
all
like-
go.
That was like Pinball Wizard.
It was, isn't it?
Do you know what's really getting on my nerves, though?
First time Burnley have scored 4 in a game since
Is that-
December
What, the Salah?
2016.
No,
Wow.
all the footballers like that.
Wow.
So you can't.
I don't know.
Why did they do that? Why did they
So
call that?
they can't lip read. You can't lip read.
Yeah, I know, but,
that's it.
but who's going to know during the game? Who's going to lip read
all over him.
when you're arguing with the referee?
True.
It makes no sense.
True.
It's going a bit much, isn't it?
But if he says anything that he'll later regret, it's a good thing to do.
Like, why don't you pass me the ball?
Why didn't he pass it?
I don't reckon he's saying that.
Oh, Palace nearly. Sorloth nearly got on the end of a Zaha ball into the box. Oh, sorry, MacArthur nearly got on the end of it.
They always
It's
do it
all,
for tactics.
we've got screens everywhere.
Tactics is
It's all going on. They're still talking about lip reading. I don't know what is going on.
Kicking off.
Who's going to get that time and go, just go through to the opposition, say they're going to do that.
No, but it might be for later on, like when you're analysing another team. If you catch someone saying tactics and you can lip read it, that's their tactics when they get.
Sean Dyche is doing it right now. Sean Dyche is doing it right now.
Perfect.
Like, please tell me who's looking at that.
I think it's
Every game,
later on.
Later on, if a team's going to play them and they see them,
There's no way someone's going back to
Yeah,
watch.
they have to.
No way.
Let us know what you think in the comments section. Have you ever done that when having a conversation with
Yeah,
your friend? If not, why not? If so, why?
Let us know in the
That's how I
comments.
talk to all
Is
my
that
mates.
going a
We
bit
just do
too
that.
much in
We'll just,
football?
I'm showing my age here, but I don't know if anyone remember when Beckham left United. He was on the pitch at Old Trafford right at the end of the season. He was with Gary Neville, and he was crying because he knew obviously it was his last game.
Yeah.
And he said, "We've had talks," and everyone picked up on it because he didn't
Exactly.
cover his mouth. And then he went to Real Madrid that
Exactly.
summer, didn't he?
Exactly.
Yeah, but
I miss David Beckham.
all Sean Dyche is saying is probably keep it 4-0, lads.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, Traore, edge of the
almost
box,
over.
looks dangerous.
Chance for Traore, Dave. Oh, it's another
Save.
save from De
Told
Gea.
you, the feet of David. The feet of David are
He's got the best
special.
feet.
How did he get a shot away there?
Feet
Right,
of
just to
David
update
are
you,
special.
the last 5 minutes have been particularly hectic. It is 4-0 in the Burnley game, 5-0 in the
5-0
Man City
City.
game. Massive result for Burnley, that,
3-0
and they
Liverpool.
massively needed that. None of Burnley's recognised strikers, Barnes, Vokes, Vidra or Wood, had scored in the Premier League this season before today, so they needed that result badly.
Vidra got one, yeah. Barnes got two. There you go.
There you go.
Good day for them.
Sean
Good
Dyche
day
will
all
be
round.
incredibly happy with that result.
Palace are starting to really put some pressure on now. As
Chance
well,
for
looking
Palace,
a late
Ash?
winner. Nope, gone out. I think it was offside. Townsend. Yeah, flagged offside. Oh, any
Liverpool looking
chances?
cruise
United
control.
putting the pressure on, aren't they? Like,
Yeah.
camped out in this half
No,
now.
they really are. There was a penalty shot from one
Oh,
man
that's
from
poor. That's poor.
Fellaini. He was getting pulled up in the box, and ref was having none of it, and he gave the referee a few choice words.
Here we go.
Ref
Mo
called over.
Salah.
Is it
Mo Salah.
Is it?
Mo
Is
Salah.
Oh, he loves the dink.
Oh, offside
He
again.
loves that little
Offside
dink,
again.
but the keeper
Offside all
read it.
game, isn't he?
Nah.
I can see Salah on your mug there, Tubes, as well.
Oh, I just noticed that.
Has anyone else noticed, on the subject of what you guys have noticed, how quiet CheekySport Dave has been the last 10 minutes?
Yeah.
You are nervous about
he's
this.
nervous.
Listen, the nerves are real. There's certain things that's been making me laugh, like the ref called over Valencia to try and tell him to calm down Fellaini for having some choice words at him, and
Yeah.
Valencia just said to the ref, he looked at the ref and was like, what? He was like, it was a foul. That's what he said to the ref. He was like, nah, bro, it was a foul. No.
Was he like that?
Nah, he didn't do that. Nah.
He should have done that.
He was like, huh? What was that? It was a foul. Then he just ran off.
He had to be there.
You had to be there.
So we are into the 90th minute in a lot of the games. Crystal Palace, Newcastle,
Burnley's done.
0-0. One of the games is finished, Ash.
Burnley's done 4-0 Burnley.
These are the
Sean
scenes.
Dyche
Sean
will
Dyche
be delighted.
clapping the fans.
4-0, goals from Matty Vidra, Aaron Lennon and 2 for Ashley Barnes coming off the bench. 4-0 win, and that is a massive
Liverpool's
result for
done.
them, and that could really kickstart their season now. Turf Moor was a fortress last season, and maybe it will start becoming a bit more so this season as well.
Full
Looks
time
like
at
Liverpool's
Liverpool
done as
as well. Full time at Liverpool, 3-0 Liverpool. All the work done in the first half. Cruise control second. 6 out of 6 for Liverpool.
Flying.
Really impressive.
They are flying, aren't they?
Man City game is over as well. 5-0 thumping at
5-0.
Cardiff. It is absolutely
Massive win for
chucking
City.
it down. Very impressive performance from Man City, Ash, for you.
They were just comfortable the whole game. Cardiff barely had a sniff. 5 goals. I think Bernardo was probably my man of the match. He ran the show for them. And Mahrez very good, getting a couple of goals at the end as well. And Gundogan, shout out to him for a great goal and an assist for Mahrez too.
How long have we got left in the United game? What was
I
it?
think there's going to be another...
The 93rd minute now.
Another couple of minutes.
There can't be much.
Leicester, it's just a full-time whistle has gone at Leicester.
Leicester, yeah, they went 1-0 down. Yilmaz scored early on for Huddersfield, but now 3-1 winners. Maddison again was quality, and he scored a really good free kick as well. They've got to be happy with that, Leicester.
break
Claude
from-
Puel will be very happy with
here
that.
we go.
Vardy scored a lovely goal on the
Here we
break
go.
too.
Wolves are on
So
a break.
most of the
Oh,
games
here
are
goes
finishing.
Traore.
Wolves have got a chance right to the death. Traore, always ambitious shot
what I
from
mean.
distance.
That's
That was
exactly
saved
what I
by
mean.
David De Gea.
Terrible decision making.
That's exactly what I mean. Someone coaches that out with him.
Yeah.
Hold it
Yeah.
up, wait for the guys to come in.
Yeah, it's true.
and-
You're right.
Yeah,
It's
what
game
game
manager,
a
isn't
yeah.
it?
waste. What a waste.
And now Man United straight down
Go
the
on,
other
Lukaku.
end with Lukaku. This must be the last few minutes. Win the
Go on.
93rd minute at Old Trafford.
Oh.
Chance. Oh.
Big Rom.
It's not over yet.
94th minute now, Old Trafford. It is Man United
It's done
1,
at Palace
Wolves
as
1.
well.
Full-time whistle has gone at Selhurst
Palace
Park.
0-0.
Palace 0. Newcastle 0. There's Rafa Benitez taking off his glasses. Rain is pouring down there as well. Disappointing game. That, not a
Sakho,
classic.
that was the
Ash.
big chance. Mahamadou Sakho, he had the massive chance to win the game. empty net, just had to nod it in from about 6 yards out and he couldn't. 0-0 and Palace will be gutted with that because of that chance.
Sitter, wasn't it? Absolutely.
Last chance here for Man United.
Absolute sitter.
This has got to be it.
God, he's still chucking it down at Cardiff. Give him a break. He just lost 5-0.
Here we go.
Man United is the only game still playing. It's 1-1.
Here we go, look at him go.
Oh, Dharma again. Traore.
He's rapping.
Oh, right.
Oh, no. Big chance.
What are you doing?
Oh, that was the chance. A Dharma Traore, 95th minute.
Exactly my point.
Hey, to the left.
Unbelievable. He skinned 3 players.
Yes! He missed.
What? Oh.
He had 2. Can I just say, the full-time whistle has gone. It finished. Man United 0, Wolves 0, and I'm going to call it and say Man United were lucky in that game, Dave.
Stop it. Listen, Man United had some absolute clear-cut chances. There was a headers that Lukaku should have got. It was, listen.
I'd be so frustrated.
2 points dropped.
So frustrated as well.
I'm crushed.
That is definitely 2
So
points
that is
dropped.
the full time in all of our games. There is Jose Mourinho. He looks disappointed. He probably will say he thought Man United should have won because he says that in every game pretty much. But Wolves certainly made you worried as a United fan those time moments.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, they're a dangerous team. They're going to be a dangerous team for most sides to play against, to be honest, at home anyway. And I think you're right. I think top 10 for them this season.
3 great saves from De Gea.
Absolutely.
Tell
Fantastic.
you what, nice thing to see there, the United fans still singing at the end, praising the team. Like, no one's booing.
Yeah.
I know it's not a great result, but at least no one's booing.
This is my point about why I think Wolves are so good at this level, is that look at the players' faces. They look disappointed that they haven't won at Old Trafford. It's a fantastic result for them. Look, there's Traore there. They know that they had chances to win that.
They did have
that goes to
opportunities.
show how much confidence they've got.
They did have opportunities to win there too. Look, like I said, teams are going to find it very difficult to play these guys because they come to play football. Whether they're going there or whether you're coming to them. They come to play football regardless.
And they're singing the song to their gaffer, the Wolves fan, which I think you sang to Nuno Tubes, didn't you?
Nuno had a dream to build a football team. No, stop. Okay.
These are the scenes. There's the Wolves fans.
Oh, gutted with that. There's 2 points dropped.
Yeah, crushed. You didn't even get your bet either.
I didn't even get my bet. I went 1-0 Wolves. It wasn't that
So you've lost three ways.
So go in there and give it a go.
I lost the Aka, United drew, and I lost my bet. I've had a stinker.
Talking about the Aka, Ash, it's a great segue. We can have a look at how we got on.
I wasn't the only one.
I can confirm we lost. Ash said away win. Look how wrong he got it. It was Burnley 4, Bournemouth 0. Matteo Vidra, Aaron Lennon, Ashley Barnes with 2 goals. I said that Man City would beat Cardiff emphatically. They did. 5-0 Man City. Sergio Aguero, Bernardo Silva, Ilkay Gundogan and Riyad Mahrez with 2 goals. Comfortable win for Man City. Temps went home win. Palace Newcastle 0-0. Nothing much to talk about there. Tubes, you went for a home win. You were right. Leicester 3, Huddersfield 1. Huddersfield took the lead, but then Iheanacho, Maddison and Jamie Vardy with the goals. I also went for a Liverpool win against Southampton, very comfortable in the end. All the goals coming in the first half. Own goal from who? Joel Matip and Mohamed Salah with the first half goals. Dave went home win, his beloved Man United to beat Wolves. That match finished 1-1. Fred and João Moutinho, they were 18-1. We did not win. So apologies if people had to go on that football Aka.
We are going to win one
Ash,
week.
do you have any words?
We will.
Apologies. If anyone backed that Aka, I will give you a refund. No, I won't.
Now.
It is
What are you saying?
No, I will
Liverpool
not.
is only
Sorry.
team after 6 games with a 100% record. Worth pointing out that Chelsea do have a 100% record after 5 games. Tubes, they played tomorrow, of course. Yeah. Man City with an impressive plus 16 goal difference following their 5-0 victory today. Wolves into the top half, or in the top half still at 10th place. We can have a look at the bottom of the table. It's bad reading for Huddersfield, for Cardiff and for Newcastle, all with just 2 points after 6 games. West Ham doesn't look great for them either. Worth pointing out they do have a game in hand.
Palace haven't won at home this season, have they?
Palace.
I don't know.
I don't think they have.
They're not.
I think they've won 2 games on 2 games away.
They won at Huddersfield, didn't they? Zaha scored.
Zaha scored last week, yeah.
And they won their first game of the season.
Nuno's going a bit very animated at the... we can bring you pictures now. These are pictures... There he is, there's Tubes' mate Nuno.
Hey, he looks like quite a personable character.
Yeah.
Maybe it's you.
It might be you.
To be fair to him, he did say during the interview, I don't like doing media.
Yeah.
I said, what do you like watching? What's the best thing about management? He said, everything, apart from speaking to you guys. I'd rather be out. It's fair enough.
And it's worth pointing out, he didn't say just speaking to you, Tubes. He said me.
And you know, I spoke to a few of the players about him. They say we love him. He's amazing.
And the fans
love
adore him.
And, you know, I'm not surprised. Wolves in the Championship last year, he's taken over, gotten promoted easily, and now he should have beat Man United at Old Trafford.
Big game in the Championship tonight, Norwich against QPR. We can cross live now to Jonathan Oakes and Don Goodman.
Yes, this evening we've got two teams who've shown huge improvements in the last few weeks. QPR 13-10 with Sky Bet to beat Norwich here at Loftus Road. Norwich 21-10 for the away win. Don, you saw QPR beat Millwall 2-0 here on Wednesday. Are they a decent bet for a repeat?
Well, they were very impressive, I have to say, but we have to remember that Norwich also had a very impressive away win, you know, their first since, well, January. So things are looking up for both of these two clubs, and just like the odds suggest, I expect it to be a tight game.
It was an alarming start to the season for QPR. They lost the first 4 games. They conceded 13 goals in the process, but they're unbeaten in 4 now, winning 3 of those. What's behind the turnaround?
Well, they've learned how to defend, basically, haven't they? I think they've spent hours and hours and hours on the training ground, Steve McLaren, with particularly that back four working on defending areas, and you could see all that hard work paying off. They've 3 clean sheets in those 4 games, conceded only 1 goal, so you can see the hard work has really paid off. And actually, while we're on the subject of that, Norwich very similar. Had one of the worst defences for the first 4 games, conceding bucket loads of goals, but they too have tightened up considerably. So, it might be a tight game, and, it might be important sort of who gets the first goal here.
Norwich have had to contend with the loss of James Maddison, Josh Murphy as well, for that matter. How do you see where Norwich are at the moment?
They're one of those clubs, and there are the majority in the Championship that fall into the bracket of not sure what to expect, if I'm honest. And it's only really after sort of 8, 10, 12 games that the table starts taking a little bit of shape. And, I think they are where I probably expected them to be. I think Norwich can beat anybody on the day, but likewise they can lose to anybody. It's the same as most of the Championship. So I wasn't really sure. I didn't think, given that they'd sold their key players, I think it tells you where the football club are, similarly to Queen's Park Rangers and Steve McLaren having no money, basically having to recruit free transfers and loan players. So, I think these are 2 clubs that really, if they're honest and truthful, consolidation in the Championship and a decent season and a bit of progression from last year would be the order of the day from both.
Thanks, Don. It's QPR against Norwich. It's live from 5:15 on Sky Sports Football.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, loads of great football to look forward to this weekend on Sky Sports. QPR Norwich starts very shortly, 5:15. Sky Sports Football, so head over to that right now. Tomorrow, Goals on Sunday. The guest is David Moyes. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m, Sky Sports Premier League. Then 2 huge games. West Ham against Chelsea Sunday. That is Tube. 12:30 kick-off. 12:30 coverage, Sky Sports Premier League. Followed by Arsenal versus Everton. 3:30 p.m. Sky Sports Premier League. Make sure you tune in to those great fixtures tomorrow. Got to talk Chelsea, Tubes. Thoughts on Chelsea's start to the season? Been pretty good, perfect. Can't be any better. How do you see tomorrow going?
I think we'll win. Quite comfortably as well. I'm going to go 3-1.
3-1?
Yeah. Hazard's on absolute flames.
Hazard is playing.
Jorginho, I mean, to come in and take Kante's place.
Yeah.
Just move him out. And credit to Kante. Yeah. He's now playing on the wing. Yeah. And he's still unbelievable. Yeah. Completely change of position. Yeah. It just shows how good the guy is.
Exactly.
So, Jorginho's just bossing it in there. The amount of touches and passes he makes per game.
Love his penalty technique as well.
Oh, it's brilliant. That little skip.
Yeah. Compared to Pogba's penalty technique, what you thought of Pogba's
listen, I love his technique. It makes me nervous, to be honest with you. But I think, it makes everyone nervous. You know what I mean? Except him, which is what's quality about it.
Are we all going Chelsea win? Then you think Chelsea have too much for West Ham?
Yeah, I think they do. Unfortunately, I would like a West Ham win to keep United in some hope of catching the teams above us.
8 points.
8 points is
big already,
yeah,
isn't it?
It's looking big. The other live game, Arsenal against Everton. Temps, thoughts on that one?
I think we're going to win. Do you know, we beat Everton comfortably all the time at home. I'm going to go 3-0. 3-0. Simple.
If ever there's a curse, it's right there. We beat them comfortably.
Theo Walcott hat-trick.
All the time.
Actually, my best mate's going, and he's a bad omen, so probably going to lose, aren't we?
I think it'll be a draw.
It'll be a draw.
I think it'll be a draw. I think 1-0.
Yeah, okay. Any final thoughts from social media?
Final thoughts.
Great question, can I just say this?
Yeah,
Really
yeah.
good
Tell you
question.
what,
Thank you, Tim. Any final thoughts?
Thank you to everyone who's been sending their questions. They have
Nice
been really
one.
good. A special shout out to Craig, actually, because he has been firing questions in, like, left, right, centre, and I haven't answered them all. But we'll end on one from him, shall we?
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on,
He wants to know, Craig Bridge, that is you, who do you think is the best young player in the Premier League?
Oh, good question.
What are we saying, young?
Let's
Under
say
23?
under 23 who can win the PFA Young Player of the Year. Let's say that.
Best young player in the Premier League?
Our most exciting prospect, we can always bend the question a bit.
Leroy Sané's got to be up there.
Leroy
still
Sané
as one of the best young
yeah,
players.
he's got to be
21?
I agree with that.
He's not 20. He's under 23.
I'd say he.
I think he's 21. Yeah.
I'd say he's my favourite. My favourite young prospect at the moment would be Guendouzi at Arsenal.
Yeah, a lot of Arsenal fans.
Yeah, I
love him, don't they? Yeah.
Fan favourite at the moment.
You love him.
He's just about. You notice him in the game. He's one of those really hard-working players. So yeah, Guendouzi for Arsenal.
Has he got a bit as well with his feet?
Bit of what?
Is he?
Yeah.
Can he play?
Oh,
Yeah, he can play.
technically
Yeah,
very
yeah,
good.
yeah, it's
I've seen him do the running around bit, but I've not seen him.
Yeah,
No, I mean,
He's chasing the ball.
Yeah.
The old running around bit.
Yeah, he can play. He can play. He can play.
What I liked about him is that the way that he played against Man City, he lost the game, but he wanted the ball all the time.
Yeah.
Against such a good Man City,
he stood
against
up.
that midfield, he wanted the ball,
Was he
taking
playing
the
that lower
touchdown.
league in France as well?
He was in. He was in.
I'm sure he's in the second division in France.
Ligue 2.
Yeah.
To make that step up
Yeah.
to the Premier
Big
League.
step up,
yeah.
I tell you what, like
yeah.
I know he's been around for a while, but everyone forgets Rashford and how young he is. Like,
Yeah.
in reality, he is still one of the best young players in the world.
Yeah.
But also, shout out Trent Alexander-Arnold.
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a great
yes,
shout.
yes,
There's,
yes.
there's the
Great
answer.
shout. I think on
probably
that note, we're all in agreement.
the answer.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, fantastic prospect.
Yeah.
If any of your teams have let you down or you feel dejected this weekend, we are here to cheer you up. This is brilliant. This is Bob Marley's son.
Oh,
You've seen this, Dave.
love
This is
I
brilliant.
love it.
Lovely.
Singing Three Little Birds before Ajax game this week. Have a look at it. It's brilliant. How good is that? How good is that?
That is absolute.
That is absolutely brilliant.
What a feeling that must be.
Well, it must be such a buzz, mustn't
What a
it?
feeling,
They
yeah.
love that. The Ajax always sing that. Do you remember the Man United game in the Europa League? Half-time at Old Trafford.
Yep.
And they were just singing it. It's brilliant, isn't
It's
it?
incredible.
Why did they sing it?
I don't know. I don't know why they sing it. It's just an anthem associated with Ajax, isn't it? Like,
If anyone knows,
if
get in
anyone
the
knows,
comments.
let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Lovely stuff.
Sadly, that is
Bob Marley
all-
wasn't from Holland, was he?
No,
As I said, if you know, let us know. Let us know right now. We won't be able to read out the comment because we are now going off air, but
I was
that
enjoying
is the
this.
end of the show. Really enjoyed that show.
Yeah.
CheekySport Dave, thank you very much for coming on. Did you enjoy yourself?
Mate, it's been fantastic being here. I mean, besides the result, but it's been fantastic. It's been amazing. Thanks for having me.
Tubes, absolute pleasure to have you on. Did you enjoy it, mate?
No, I really did. Cool.
Temps, social media, great questions today.
I loved it. Questions
Lovely
were
questions.
good. We had goals. Everything was happening. What more could you want? It was really
And
good.
Ash, as an armchair fan, I mean,
Yes.
absolutely nailed
Quality.
that.
MVP!
Ash gets the MVP award. That is all we have time
No
for.
worries.
We will see you next week for the Football Social. Have a good weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.